Oof. There we go. So, quick recap. Last week, Freya was still dealing with family duties. It had been 3 weeks since you'd returned with the terrifying news that an ice troll had come down from the mountains and that you'd faced these ice demons, and that one of the villagers from the neighbouring village had been killed, and you'd saved Heidi from the ice troll. Was hailed heroes. You passed your ice trial, and since in the 3 weeks since then, you've been basically kind of grounded to sort of recuperate, and there's been other duties, but they've been deliberately holding you back from going out again. You've been quite enthusiastic to return, but Jarl was quite insistent that you guys had sort of specific skill set. They were waiting for you because it was quite clear that you guys, the new generation that have just come along, were definitely wielding some skills that others hadn't seen. And then that opportunity arose, a couple of days ago, when Kettle called you together, not you, Freya, but you heard about this afterwards, called you together and basically explained that Hamdel, the sage shaman figure that you all know and love, ancient man, had gone into the woods alone, to the Forbidden Woods, to find what's happening, because the ice had started to form in the Forbidden Woods of Yagamama, which has never happened in all recorded history. He went in there 5 days ago, and you hadn't heard from him since, getting very worried. Alith, with his new talking crow, Jimmy.
Hello.
Alright, my name's Jimmy! Yeah, you guys went off. He introduced you to Paige. Paige is an Arctic explorer, which is a guild of explorers who travel the wastes. They're not aligned to any particular village. They are basically a sort of service that works across all of Norinholm, across all of the villages, and they spend the majority of their time beyond the watchtowers. So a very specific skill set. Paige is this adorable female halfling with a explorer badge, Arctic explorer, and got a big frilly, fluffy coat, kind of floats around with a big hood that can come up. Very, very Cub Scouty. Got a few badges on there, little honorifics on the side. Very dutiful, very honor bound. You travel there. You can easily see his footprints in the snow. You travel in. You find what you think is Yagamama, who talks to you. And if you remember Yagamama, she tries to. You met who you thought was Yagamama, but you saw through the illusion and realised it was a couple of fairies who were basically trying to pretend that Yagamama was still there. You went in, had an adventure, had to fight loads of these vine blights and thorn blights and giant spiders, and in the end you found that a dryad had been trying to kill Yagamama after she'd been wounded during the God Wars, when all of the fairy realms had collapsed. So there used to be loads and loads of different levels of the Fey realms, and during the God Wars they were all crushed and destroyed by the Void, and a lot of her power had diminished. She would have survived it and eventually recovered. However, a dryad had taken advantage of it and wanted to take over her place, and so she'd been slowly poisoning Yagamama over the last few years, who's a spirit of the woods and now doesn't have any form of her own, but has been a sort of a protection spirit for all of your villages forever. And you discovered, while talking to the fairy after you killed the dryad, much to Paige's disgust, because Paige basically was enthralled by magic by the dryad into loving her. Strange.
I've got it on my phone.
You've got it on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh well, it's only for reference. That'll do.
Yeah.
And there's you can if you can get a shard of the Heart of the Mountains crystal, you can then return and use that, give that to the fairies, and they'll be able to start using the power from it to start bringing Yagamama back, which is something you all want. And hopefully it might even help with this winter that's set, because the winter has never normally, this time of year, go anywhere near the towers, let alone the fact that the first drops of ice are now starting to form on Lake Eru, and the Yagamama's woods itself are completely starting to get covered in this sort of fine powder of snow, which has never happened. And of course, Hamdil, who you save, who in return saves Alith, because Alith was absolutely obliterated by these blights to the point of near death. Quite a transformative experience for Yalith, who up until this point has felt fairly invulnerable and a little bit immune to the world, a little bit numb. And suddenly there's this sort of sense of mortality as his blood was just pooling on the floor. And it didn't look like anyone could save him until Hamdil was able to use his magic to save him, thank gosh. And thank Yagamama. And you returned. Hamdil made it a top priority that you guys need to get to the mountains. His hope is twofold, obviously to return Yagamama's power, and secondly, maybe that will help with this winter. And maybe you'll also be able to find out what's going on in the mountain, because all of the hunting parties have been going into the wastes and coming back with reports that all the passes they've tried to get to the mountains have yielded nothing. There's nothing on the mountain, it's just desolate wasteland. But Jarl is convinced that there's more going on in the waste, so more and more of these hunting parties have been going into the wastes. And as it stands at the moment, the village is quite sparse, because almost all of the hunting parties are now out in the wasteland. And you are now going to join them, effectively, though your aim is to go straight to the ICEPEAK Mountains, which is an arduous journey. But thankfully you have an Arctic explorer with you who can help you navigate the wastes. And you've arrived at the Hamdil Tower, and as I've mentioned in the text, they've basically cleaned up the ladder. The Hamdil Towers normally doesn't get used much. They just stay up there for ages. They pop down once a day, so the ladder got quite icy. But now they're up and down all the time. The ladders have been kept clean. They've now added a guide rope. You're assuming that other people have also struggled to go up and down this tower, and there's been a lot more traffic than normal going out into the wastes and possibly between the towers as well. So you easily make your way up the tower. You don't even require a roll for it now, because they've basically made it a lot safer for you to go up to the tower. And you see Bergir at the top waving at you as you go up. And you get to the top, and immediately you can see that Bergir is on her own. And you always remember that there should always be two people on the tower at any one time. She ushers you in. It's freezing cold outside. Please, please. You notice she doesn't look as flirtatious or boisterous as the last time you met her. The last few weeks have been pretty tough on everybody as they've been going out into the wastes. And she looks pretty scared about something. Please come in to the fire. Get you some warmth in you. I've got a hot broth on. You can have some broth. You can have our full hospitality now. You're not on the trial anymore. Please, come in. She sits you in. So, how have you been?
Fantastic.
Worried. Seems things aren't normal.
You're telling me.
Why are you here alone? That's not right.
It's Crash. He's gone.
Gone where?
She looks nervous. His father didn't return on the last party, so Bjorn the bear, you all know Bjorn the bear, he's massive. He's the cook. He's Crash's dad, basically. You noticed last time you hear that Crash was massive.
Rather large.
Yeah, he was second only in your mind to Bjorn. And you knew this. Most of you knew this anyway. It just wasn't discussed. But Crash is Bjorn's son. Bjorn's party hasn't come back, and he was due back 2 days ago. And he's been getting more and more worried. And I keep saying to him, "Look, the next party that comes along, we'll send them out. We'll tell them where Bjorn's party we're heading, and he'll be fine." But it got to this morning, and still nothing had been heard, and it's now got to the point. Crash was beside himself, saying, his dad's been hurt, his dad's been killed, and I couldn't stop him. I mean, how am I going to stop him? He's a mountain of a man, and he basically left this morning. So 15 hours ago. So, and I've not heard from him since.
He's just gone alone.
He should never have gone alone. It's completely against protocols to go alone. But he's He kept saying to me, he's going to die, he's going to die, I've got to save him. Silly bloody fool. I don't know, these are dark times. I think we're all getting a bit worried. I think the weather coming in sooner is just affecting all of us. This time of year we'd normally be, celebrating autumn, the leaves, the beautiful colours of the trees. Apart from the evergreen trees that stay green forever, but it's like winter has come early, and it's making us all go a little bit crazy. What's it like in the village? I've not been back to the village in weeks. I was supposed to have been handed over like a week or so ago, but they've asked me to stay on. So I've been here for over a month now. It's just feeling a little.
It's got pretty scarce, if we're being honest. So
strange.
many search parties are out doing their thing. There's not many left at the village at the moment.
I almost wish you hadn't found that ice troll. Maybe we'd have not been so het up about it. It could be just, a freak of nature, but I know all the wise folks from the villages are concerned, and everyone's been praying to Yagamama, but I don't know what she's doing over this. All we can do is pray to the Yagamama, and hope that she can find it in her heart to forgive us and to bring warmth back to us again during these dark times.
I'm sure she will.
Well, yes. I mean, I can show you the direction that Crash went in. I don't know whether you would go and have a look for him. It was just slightly north east. Paige looks up. Oh, where we're going is northwest. That'll take us at least a day out of our way. We can do it. It's up to you. Always happy to help.
I don't think he should be left on his own.
No.
I wouldn't feel right leaving him knowing he might be in trouble.
Oh, you're always such a nice bunch, aren't you? You hear this voice from outside. Are you going to let me in? It's really cold out here. Oh, my wings are getting frozen. Bergie looks around. Did you bring someone else with you?
No, that's my pet raven. I found him on the way.
Someone, more like something.
You've got a raven that talks?
Yes.
Do you let him in? He's pecking at the glass. Go.
Oh, this is my homeboy.
He comes fluttering in, shakes his feathers, and sort of perches down near the fire. You can see the raven kind of almost rub its wings together in a really unnatural looking pose, and then sort of spread its wings out. Oh, that's lovely, that is. Oh, warms the feathers.
He's not him. He's just weird.
Bergier just looks bewildered. I have never seen a talking raven in all my life. Is this the devil's work?
No, it's one of the spells I put on him. He can talk now.
Spells?
Yes.
You're a witch?
Spell.
You're a shaman?
I am a sorcerer.
Have no fear, he means you no harm.
It's just natural talent, trust me. It's fine.
Well, if you say so, Freya. And the elders, they know of this?
Indeed.
Of course they do. He announced it in front of everybody before the Ice and Trial fires. The Ice and Fire trials.
The fights are on Naya.
This just all came out as a jumble of words.
I know what you mean. Well, it is quite shocking to have a talking raven. But if the elders know, yes, if you could, please, that would be wonderful. I mean, do you want to leave now, or do you want to leave in the morning?
What sort
Let's
of time is
go
it?
now. Wait, have we had a rest since?
No. So basically,
Let's go in the morning.
The sun is.
I've had a wonderful rest. I've only travelled.
Yeah, it's been about. You've travelled about half a day, 3/4 of a day. No, sorry, it's longer than that. It's 2 days. You've been travelling for 2 days, same as before, but you've got here just at the end of the second day. You made good time, and
Does anyone need healing before we have a long rest?
No.
I mean-
Everyone, it's been a couple of days since the last adventure. You're all completely healthy.
Oh,
Don't forget, you've all got one healing potion.
Yep.
I put that in the chat. Make sure you've got that. Make a note of that. 2d4 plus something. I can't remember now without looking it up. And you've got your heal giant strength. When you take it, gives you a strength bonus of 21 for the next hour, which is quite a long time. Okay. Now. Okay. Well, the beds are the pallets are all made up as usual. So please rest up now. I mean, I would rather you left now, but I understand you've been travelling all day, and this is news to you. But if you could, I mean, it's still quite early evening. The sun's just setting, so and while it feels like it's winter, it's still only autumn. It's still about sort of 7 o'clock in the evening, but it's getting dark now because it's just a little bit later in the year. However, you are, you're not exhausted, but at the same time, if you started plodding on, you start to get a little bit exhausted in time. So you could either head off now, or you can basically go to bed and then sort of get up crazy early and go.
I think
Crazy
if we
early.
end up resting, it's going to be very early. I don't want to leave him out there any longer than we need to.
So we leave when the sun kisses the horizon in the morning.
On its way up. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'll get you up. I'll make sure you're up. Okay, is there anything else you want to say to Bergier, or do you want to head early to an earlier night? I mean, you are travel worn. You have travelled the entire day.
Has Berger, have you, since he's been gone, I assume you've just been permanently on watch? You haven't had a chance to rest yourself?
No, I can't because we're now going to be unmanned. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. That's why you always have to have two in the tower. One rests while one watches. So I'm going to just have to stay up until this is resolved.
Alice, could you
I'll
leave
take
Jimmy
the watch.
on watch just for a few hours so she can
Well,
sleep?
we can rotate watch so that Berger is well rested as well.
It's okay. Jimmy can do all of it.
I can have a little watch if you want.
Yes,
Or-
Jimmy's very well.
I'm fine with it. Berger, have a rest, love. Have a rest. It's all fine. Berger's your bird. He'll sort it out. Do you want to make a persuasion roll? She's not convinced, but she could do with some sleep. This might be the only chance she gets.
I think.
Can I intimidate her instead of persuade?
Are you going
I've got persuasion.
You're going to intimidate her to sleep. If you don't sleep, I'm gonna kill you. Which is what intimidation is,
I
Alex.
persuade.
I know. I'm trying to find out how.
I can persuade. I got 22.
Yeah, I mean my persuasion
That's
isn't
it.
great. Actually, no,
That's
it
right.
is. I do get persuasion.
It's alright, Freya's already... Say your words,
Yeah,
Freya.
that's it. I will
I know that things are tough right now, but if I can trust in this bird to ensure that we are safe, and you can trust in me, then you know that sleep is okay. The bird will let us know.
She looks at you nodding. That is true. Aleph just kind of goes, yeah, sleep! Well, just sleep! Makes sense! with all the guile of a raven. Alright, bye! Raven goes out. As you do, as the raven's about to go out, it turns to you, Aleph, and just says, I can't stay in this bloody bird form any longer. And then the raven just disappears off out.
On the good side, my character sheet loaded finally.
Yeah. So basically, Jimmy turns into an imp to get his demon.
No one sees it though.
No one sees it. Only when he's up in the air. He just couldn't stand the bird form anymore. It makes him. He doesn't mind it, but after a while, he kind of needs to stretch his arms and his wings and his scorpion tail.
I was gonna say it's his tail more than anything.
Yeah. Oh. He's got his big scorpion tail kind of goes out and has a big wiggle as he's flying around. His own internal fire of hell keeps him going as he spins around. You get to sleep. You have a beautiful rest, and in the morning, you see a raven sort of at the fire. Caw, caw, caw. Is that what ravens do? I can't remember. Caw, or is that a pigeon? Oh, I don't know. Oi, wake up! Everyone, wake up! Everyone, wake up! You see that Bergier kind of goes, whoa! What? I just slept the whole night. Well, the sun's not up yet, but it's coming up soon. So I thought we better get going. If we want to save this, but I'm really tired. Can I have a rest on your shoulder, Aleph?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. The raven comes over to you, sits on your shoulder, and just kind of goes on your shoulder. He kind of nestles his head. Oh, lovely soft blonde hair. Kind of tassels some of this your blonde hair over his fringe as he goes to sleep on your shoulder. You kind of give him a little pet. Bless him.
He's only cute when he's asleep.
Good Stolas.
Yeah. Good Stolas. Okay. Berger gets...
It's sad, but I actually think Stolas' stats are probably better than mine.
They are. Berger gets up and basically puts the kettle over the fire, puts some more logs on the fire. The fire was starting to die down, and obviously the raven couldn't top the fire up, but she put a big half log on there before he went to sleep. And now you're all up. She's putting some more smaller ones on the fire. It's starting to roar up again. She's getting the bellows out. And it just roars up into life. And she puts a kettle over it and puts some more meat over the top of the fire, which starts to roast. And before you leave, she gives you some really lovely hot broth and from the juices of the meat, and some stripped meat all cooked and hot, just steaming in the air as you hold the meat up and eat it. You can just see sort of vapor trails coming off the meat, so hot and succulent.
Nom 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 nom.
And just as the sun's about to kiss the horizon, you make your way down and start heading north. Paige looks around. All right, everyone, just wait. Okay, I can see some tracks. They're really old and buried, but I could just make them out. Head this way. You follow the tracks for a while. You basically just keep further back. However, as long as you've got Paige with you, she knows exactly where she's going. You notice the confidence in her movements. Basically, her special ability is she can't get lost in this wasteland. She knows it so well, it's impossible. It's one of her special features, in fact. About halfway through the day, she turns around to you. I think I know where she's going. He's going. I think I know where he's going. Sorry. There's a cabin. It's one of the way cabins. We've got a few of them lined up. They tend to have like a few stored provisions and some wood ready. And whenever you go to stay at them, you're supposed to use the provisions that are there and the wood that's there. But then before you leave, once you've rested and you've had food, you're then supposed to trap other food, catch more wood, put it back into the cabin, and then leave. So that next time the next person comes there, that they also then have wood ready. So it's to keep you alive basically during harsh winters, and it's exactly where he's heading. And
make it easier to get to, I guess, if we know roughly where we're heading.
So I'll stay following the tracks.
Yes.
Yeah, she does a really good job actually. She's following it through. You walk for a whole day into the waste. You're already quite clear. This is way further than you travelled the last time you were here. This is beyond where you saw the trolls and the troll, and the ice demons. And as the sun sort of travels across the sky and you head further north, you kind of you watch your shadow almost like a clock moving from one side to the other. Shadow starting in the east, finishing in the east as the sun starts to set in the west. And in the distance you can see a cabin start to come into view. It's getting quite cold, but you can see the tracks are getting fresher and clearer. This whoever this man was, he was a bit uncertain of his direction. We're travelling a lot faster than he did. I suspect if he travelled here yesterday, he probably stayed in the cabin overnight. He might even still be there.
That's promising. Do you know how far we are from the cabin here?
Yeah,
From where we are now?
she points into the distance, and every once in a while, as the sort of snow clears a little bit, you make out. Because don't forget it's quite thick with wood snow here, and the snow's coming down quite hard. You can see the cabin get closer and closer, and eventually you come to the cabin. The cabin door's closed. She looks at it. I can't be sure, she says, but I can see that the snow, you can see as well, she points, where the door is, the snow's been pushed out of the way. It's pretty obvious that that door's been opened within the last sort of 24 hours. Because, sort of, you know, when you open the door to snow, it kind of pushes all the snow out of the way and builds up a little wall. Some snow has settled again, but not a lot.
I can't remember, what was this guy's name that we were after?
Crash.
Crash. Yeah.
Bang on the door. Crash, you in there?
You don't hear anything.
Can we go inside to investigate?
Yeah, try and open the door.
Yeah, okay. Who's going first?
I'll go first.
Okay. You go in there and oh, lost me. You can see that the cabin. This is the cabin. You can see the cabin has basically been lived in recently. In fact, there's still a few embers in the fire, so the fire's gone out, but it's still got kind of a slight glow to it. Everyone make survival checks. Okay, Paige looks at the fire because she rolled better than you guys. Yeah, I reckon. Oh, Gayton, you can work it out as well, actually. Probably about 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago. That was the last time a log was put on this. It was a small one though, so it was obviously He must have spent all day and some of the night getting to this point, and then he slept late in the morning because he's not travelled all day from here. But he might not be that far away. So you can see the sun starting to set. Yeah, let's see the sun starting to set. So should we try and catch up with him now, or should we wait until the morning again?
I think if we're behind him and we're quite close, we could probably carry on a little bit. We can always come back to you.
Yeah, we can always come back.
If we wait longer, then we'll be even further away from him, and we could end up always a day behind him.
Well, we could always get the fire going. I like your idea, Gayton. We could get the fire going. I need to find some wood. We need a quick way of getting this fire going. Oh, Annie, you can do that, can't you? Alith, you can do that.
I can create fire.
Yeah, because you notice the wood's been stripped. There's hardly any wood in here. He's not replaced it. He's broken the code.
Click my fingers and then.
Okay, it's like a. You're quite used to it, but this is in a lovely hearth. The fire just leaps up.
If he's not replaced it, I think he thinks he's going to return.
Do you think?
Or he thinks he is never going to return, so he doesn't care.
Okay, well, there's enough wood here for maybe an hour or so, but we need to go and find some more wood, and we also need to go and follow these tracks. Okay, is everyone going to go and follow the tracks, or is anyone going to go and find wood?
I thought Alice had the spell that could cast a bonfire, so we would need to collect wood.
That is true. We can get some wood in the morning. Sorry, I'm not used to this sort of powerful magic, says Paige. I'm used to having to do this all for myself. So we have a code and a routine we should follow, but we must, before we leave this place, find wood again. and some food because the food's all gone as well.
2 of us leave and 1 of us stays behind.
Okay. All right.
Well,
You're
3 of
gonna
us
need-
leave. Sorry,
you're
and
gonna
1 of us.
need Paige,
Paige
on
is like, shall
everyone.
I try and get some more wood sorted then if you want to go
No,
off?
you are the most likely person to not get lost. We need you to stick with the people looking for Crash.
Well, we could always take a very long piece of string.
Okay. Who's leaving who's put your hand up if you're leaving the cabin?
Well, I can take Stola.
Cabin,
Probably a
yeah.
good idea if I do.
Okay. You all leave the cabin then. Okay, when you walk outside, you start following the footsteps, and you can see they really are quite fresh here. Now that you've kind of travelled beyond where you got to get up to the cabin, you can see that he left. Can't be very long ago, maybe a couple of hours ago, an hour ago. You travel for maybe 50, 60 feet or so, and make perception rolls.
Ooh, 23.
10.
You can hear Aleph. You can hear running. Gaten and Aleph. You can hear running of something coming towards you.
Crash, is that you?
Yep. You. There's a massive rock in
What
front.
are you hearing?
You hear a massive rocket. They start looking around.
I don't know. Something coming towards us.
Stolas, what?
Stolas. Oh, all right, okay. It's quite a thick bit of tree cover here. It's not going to be that easy for me to fly, but I'll have a go. So, Stolas, Jimmy, flies up into the air, tries to get some air. As he does, you see Crash come crashing through a tree line right far ahead from you. Guys! Run! He collapses to the ground. There's like blood trickling out of his mouth. There's a huge spear or javelin sticking into his back. He just kind of collapses to the floor.
Can you try and heal him?
Make initiative
Half
rolls.
wind.
I'm gonna run.
No, make initiative rolls first of all.
How do we do that? It's
I join. Yeah.
Oh, I join.
Oh, I got to begin. Hold on.
Yeah, you need to begin the combat first.
All right, started.
I wasted a nat 20 there, didn't I?
19. So
Guess
I've got
I'll
23 in total, and then there's Aleph with this 6.
Woo!
Okay, these are the positions you find yourself in. It's a bit further away from the cabin than that, but
I take it Stolas is still very close, seeing as he only just went in the air.
yeah. So basically, Stolas is. I've not added him to the fucking map again.
He's basically one of the main characters now.
Yeah.
Oh look, there's the sound of crows in my ears. Yeah. So
He's taunting you like, let me in! Let me in!
as you start to prepare yourself, you're like, what the hell? You start thinking about going over to help Crash when a huge figure just steps out from the tree line behind him. He's got blood dripping from an axe, and he stands about 9 foot tall, but he looks like a man, but a huge man. He stares at you. He's breathing heavy.
So a Goliath.
He switches. Do any of
Do we
you,
know what Mario says?
unless anyone speak Goliath? No. Languages.
Common for me.
Do any of you speak Giant?
Nope.
Got Infernal. Is that good enough?
I got Draconic and Elvish.
No, you don't. Okay.
So we're gonna have some language barriers.
He switches that language to giant. He waits a couple of seconds. And he starts charging at you. Right.
Like that.
What was your initiative rolls?
23.
6.
Oh, I can just do. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh. And he gets. Oh dear, +0. That's a real shocking shame. Oh god, if I can remember if I can add this.
Me, that's the question.
Huh?
Is he better than me? Did he get higher than a 6?
Hold on. Give me a second to just catch up with myself here. Add 20 layer P. I was doing this last week, but I got to try and remember it.
Quite attractive for a giant.
Oh yeah, he's incredibly
He's like
muscular.
Goliath. Wait, Goliath can't get 9 foot tall.
It's a 9 foot tall Goliath.
Can I roll for seduction?
Well, you don't know if it's a Goliath. You just know it's like a 9 foot tall man, and it's huge. You've never seen. I mean, it's not as big as the ice troll, but for some reason, because it's a man, it just seems really strangely huge. Even it actually looks scarier than the ice troll did.
Because he's on roids. It's obvious. He's on the juice.
He's on the juice, yeah. He's on the old roids.
Yeah. He's got 3 needles sticking out his butt.
There we go.
Big man. Right, big man.
Okay,
You wanna fight?
Gayton. You can see he's charging up. Immediately, you can see he's going into a rage. You recognise the blood vessels starting to kind of bulge on his neck. You're like, oh yeah, I know that feeling. Do you let that feeling rise in you?
Yeah, I've got my shield and I've got the battle axe.
Oh, by the way, his axe is gorgeous. And when I mean gorgeous, I mean it is beautifully engraved. It's got like this artwork all the way down it, names engraved in the end, little marks on it, and it basically almost glows. It's so impressive. You've never seen such a well.
Beats my tree cutting axes.
That's solid Mastercraft +1 axe right there.
It's an axe designed for combat, purely combat, and it's better built than any axe you've ever seen. Apart from maybe some of the weaponry that are used by the sort of high nobles, but for a woodsman like you, it's like a god weapon.
So I'm gonna shout to Freya, see if you can heal Crash, and then I'm gonna run up.
Well, let me inspire you first.
You can do that on the way. I'm gonna go into a rage myself, mimicking him with like a smile, like a side smirk, as I notice what he's doing. And if I can, if he's in range, I will do a charge.
Did this work? No. Oh, I memorised these last time and I can't remember them now.
It's the other way round. ! Effect, Keaton, then rage.
Thank you.
But I think you have to specify the rounds and stuff. I don't know how you do that.
Oh, yeah. It's,
I think it's just another hyphen.
isn't it 2?
It lasts for 10 rounds, 1 minute.
Sorry, excuse me while I try and remember the fucking things that I had organised last time. I don't think I actually wrote this one down. That's really annoying. No. Bollocks. You'll have to just factor it in. Right, you go into your rage. Okay, you're raging.
If I am within range, I will run and charge at him to strike him. If not, I'll run in between him and where Crash is to stop him advancing any further than that.
Okay, so that's where he is. He's standing over the body.
Okay. I won't get all the way, but I'll run as far towards him as I can.
Alright, okay, hold up. There we go. 5, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60. He's currently 70 feet away running. What's your speed?
I got 30 foot.
Right, okay, so you can't reach him if you charge. You could try and hold and see what he does, because it means he can't reach you either. You think? But he does look like he's got long legs.
Yeah, I'll run my normal movement so I can hold an attack then if he runs at me.
Okay, so you move 30 towards him.
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There you go, that puts you straight in front of him. Meaning that he'll have to really struggle to get past you, because the woods, basically, you can see the opening. And you stand fast. Axe at the ready.
Ready that axe.
Right, okay. So that was you on 24. 23, Freya.
Hey, I'm pretty sure that it's going to go for Gaten. So,
It looks like a noble kill.
well, I've got a new spell that I've learnt.
Ooh.
So, Gaten, would you rather have endurance, so you have an advantage on constitution checks, or would you like us to double your strength?
Double my strength.
Double your strength?
Yeah, I have enhance ability. You touch a creature, bestow upon it a magical enhancement.
Oh, that is only for ability checks.
Why can't I do that? Is that not a thing?
It is enhance ability.
I think it basically gives you proficiency in the stat, doesn't it, for saves or stuff?
Oh, it's over here. Look, enhance ability. Regain 2d6 temporary hit points if you do con. You touch a creature. Ball strength. This target has advantage on strength checks, and his or her carrying capacity doubles.
Or is it carrying capacity? So it'd just be whether to carry more rather than attack more.
I mean, if you want to use a spell, the temporary hit points is useful.
What about unearth falling?
I mean, the temporary hit points. It's touch as well, so you're going to have to get right up to him to do it.
Am I not going to make it?
No, you can. You could get behind him and basically touch him on the thing, on the shoulder, and then cast the spell and basically give him 2d6 temporary hit points.
I just thought that might be helpful.
Hit or...
Well, there's two options there. Or you do Cure Wounds, which gives you 2d8 plus 4 hit points when he's wounded. The good thing about using this temporary hit points is it also affects constitution checks, and also it means less pain for him and more chance of him surviving. Because once he's in combat, it's very hard to heal him without being hit.
Yeah.
So it's
the only other one.
Because your Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action, I think.
Yeah.
Bardic Inspiration, yes. So you
I can use Healing Word, but that doesn't really help.
Not yet.
That much.
That'll only be once wounded.
No, I know, but I didn't know if I have to use that for Crash.
Healing Word is...
Or...
Yeah, you can't get to Crash until he's engaged.
Oh, okay. So
you can see blood pooling all around him, but you think there's a chance.
You can try and sneak round to get to Crash while if he's
I'll
running
go up
forward.
to behind Gaten and I'll cast the spell.
Actually, Healing Word.
Is ranged.
I can do that without touch.
Yeah, so you could probably get to the other side of the boulder. You could probably Bardic Inspire Gayton, and get to a position near to Gayton but far enough back where you can see him and you can save his life.
Save Crash.
Yeah, but I mean, he'll still have a big javelin in his back, but it will certainly stop him from dying.
Stop him from dying.
Yeah.
I'd rather stop him from dying.
Okay. There you go. That's the perfect choice.
Okay, we'll go to move to the other side of the boulder, so I can still see Crash, and I will do Healing Word. Because that's up to 60 feet of range.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, no worries. Well, you could do it from there, no problem at all. Okay, so cast, if you in the Discord, if you do cast Healing Word, so it's marked off of your spell slots.
Exclamation mark C still.
No, exclamation mark cast. Otherwise, it'll think you're doing a check. And then space, and then Healing Word. And it just makes a note that you've used one of your first level spell slots. To which you have 4, because you're so powerful now.
It's 5.
5! You've maximum hit points.
I think.
Your Healing Word flutters on the breeze as it flies into the body of Crash. You see Crash's body go. He opens his eyes and he pulls the javelin out. He sits. Just as but it takes him a little while to do that, and he doesn't do it until after this beast of a man has moved on 19. But you have just saved Crash's life, and you're going to do your Bardic Inspiration as well.
Yes, I will.
Okay, so Gayton, you now have 1d6 that you can add to whatever. You have to just mark off. I haven't worked out how you do that on Discord, but you can just mark that off on your character sheet that you've used one of your 5, I think it is.
I don't know. I thought it's 1 per turn.
It's 4. You have 4 per day.
It's 1 per stat on your charisma modifier.
Yeah. Yes, so it's 1 per day at the moment. 4 per day you can do it. So you can do it on everyone once during the day. But okay, so you got 1d6. That was on 23. Well done, Freya. You just saved a life.
Well, thank you.
Okay, he charges in. He comes. The ground literally shakes, and you see the sort of snow start to dance up as he.
Swing as soon as he gets in range.
Yep. Okay, so you got a readied action as he comes in. So do your readied action.
AC 22
That hits.
for 11 slashing damage.
Okay. Yeah, he takes the 11 damage. Your axe just hits into his body. You can see that his skin looks human, but it's so resistant that the axe just sort of like scrapes across his bones. You push it in, and it creates quite a deep cleave in his chest. But he just like, oh, actually, he takes half that.
Yeah, he's raged, so he's half.
Yeah, and he's going to do a reckless attack on you now.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, any future attacks, or the next future attack, he's basically you get advantage back with him as well, but he gets the advantage. Actually, no, he's not going to do that. He's going to
only work for this turn, I thought. I think reckless attack.
As the axe hits him as well, the ancestral spirit thing comes out next to him.
Okay. Ooh. You see the spirit of an ancient northern warrior start to appear next to this huge man. Well, he's got advantage because he's charging anyway.
It doesn't matter on me. He gets whatever on me, but it's disadvantage against other people is all.
Yeah. 13, 1, okay, 9. Hits AC 22.
Yep.
23 even. Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
It's gonna hurt.
5, 11, 12. Take 12 damage.
And then halved because of rage.
No, the way reckless attack works is
You,
It works next turn.
Yeah, next turn. Okay, yeah, so you take half as well, 6 damage. He's then going to do his bonus attack on you. No, he's not. He's bonus raged, so he can't use his bonus attack. Yeah, he gets that next turn. Right, okay, that was his turn. And Freya's turn. Alith.
Hello. I am going to get Stolas to charge attack from behind so that Gaten gets even more advantage.
Alright, hold on.
Even though Stolas is...
I'd forgotten to add in Paige's initiative into the...
Oh, so it's actually her next, not me.
are you lower than 9?
6.
Oh, yeah, okay. Right, Paige gets out her longbow. She's going to move over there. Oh, no, she hasn't got that much movement. Hold on. And then she's going to take a shot. Plus 8, 8, 16. Hits. Excellent. She fires an arrow into this huge creature and strikes true. First time for another 7 damage. Halved. Okay. Yells. Alith, you'll go.
Well, I continue doing what I was doing. Stolas is going to rear charge him.
Okay, Stolas comes down and around and in. Alright, hold on. I'm going to just try and add... I meant to have added a raven to this. I'm a little bit annoyed with myself I didn't.
Poor Stolas.
I've got nothing like it whatsoever, so I'm just putting this ridiculously weird creature for now.
So?
Okay, Stolas comes charging in behind, making an attack roll. As the raven swings around, claws out. Here we go again! As the raven sort of flies down.
22.
That hits.
Cool. So you're going to get half on the 1d4.
Yep.
And then can you make a con save of 11? Probably going to make it.
I'll make that on the roll. Let alone the stat. Yep.
There you go. So for physical damage, you take 3. And that's halved already. And for poison damage, which I assume he's not immune to,
No, it's not.
he takes 6.
Oh, he's got advantage on initiative.
Who?
This guy.
Oh.
Right. Okay. The weapon, the raven tries clawing into him. Having a bit of trouble here, boss. Claws aren't going in. As he tries to scratch at the back of this huge beast, you can just see this little tiny raven, like an insect, swatting on the back of this beast, this man mountain. Okay, Alith, now it's your turn. True.
Okay, I'm gonna push up 30 feet. just probably kind of front left to what's her name? Paige.
There?
That's... No. To the left of Gaten. I need to be able to see the Goliath, like properly.
Is
In the tree.
Yeah, about there. But one step back. I don't want to be within melee range. If he's got reach, which he might.
right. Okay. Yeah. You run up alongside past Freya. You can see Gaten initiate combat with him. Gaten looks quite small compared to this monstrosity. Though in many ways they look quite similar. It's almost just like someone took a version of Gaten and just made him much, much larger and a little bit older.
Maybe
On
it's
one
Gaten
day.
from the future.
Yeah,
Yeah.
future Gaten.
Future Gaten.
How does attack rolls work if something's surrounded but it's a targeting spell? You don't get advantage, do you? Because it would make it harder for them to dodge, theoretically.
Yeah,
How does that work?
it is interesting because if it was melee, you'd get advantage.
Yeah, but because you have to roll to attack still, and because they're in multiple versions of combat, surely they're gonna
Distracted.
find it harder. Yeah, exactly. But I don't know how the rules work on that. To be honest, I've never really looked into it.
I would say you can get a clear shot, even if there was advantage. The bushes and trees that are in the way are obscured enough that it counteracts any benefit you might get trying to shoot through.
Ignore that. I am just going to Burning Hands him then. So please make a dex save of 14. Is that it? Is that all my dex savers?
He fails by 1.
Oh, nice. Right, so he takes 46 fire.
Ow.
Do you add anything to that, or is that just 46? That is just 46. Woo! It's alright. 18 damage. Fire.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't halve against that, does he?
Nope. And Stolas is immune to fire, so...
And you're aiming it away from Gaten.
Yeah. Away from Gaten at Stolas.
Yeah, fire erupts from your hands. You guys have seen this before. This is why you work together now. Just because it would terrify a normal mortal man. But the fire just rages out from his hands in an arc. You see the raven get completely engulfed in these flames, and it just carries on flapping. Its image shimmering a little bit as you sort of see this reptilian flying creature for a few seconds before the flames disappear and it turns back to a raven again and carries on attacking. The guy is looking.
Going to be too busy.
The guy kind of like as the fire ripples across him, but he barely looks like he's noticed it. He's so angry. The rage in him is terrifying.
What pissed him off so much?
Dirty stuff.
Yeah. Okay, Gaten, back to you.
Do I have advantage on him because he used reckless attack?
No, he didn't use reckless attack. I took it back in the end because I realised he was just charging. He gets advantage anyway.
Okay.
For some reason, he doesn't have it.
It won't be an action. Have you got it on the sheet, or is it you looking at a stat block?
I've got it on the character sheet. It's fine. What are you going to do?
I'm going to use reckless attack to hit him with the battle axe again. So, with advantage.
You can see, by the way, that the this creature, Aleph, looks towards you with absolute anger and hatred in his eyes after you've lit the fire over him. Gaten, you've noticed that this guy doesn't seem to be so interested in you anymore.
Well, he's got his spirit. He's disadvantaged against me, at least. So.
AC 20
hits
for 8 slashing damage.
half to 4.
Yeah, that ends his turn. But the spirit is still lingering around him, and the spirit will just do what Gaten would normally do and jump in front of any one he attacks that's not Gaten.
Right. Okay. Freya, you can see Gaten's heavily engaged with this giant man.
You know, bards can change their spells overnight.
Yes.
Can they change cantrips?
Overnight, but
Can't
we're not.
change.
We're not overnight anymore.
No, but I
Cantrips
changed
can't be
one back
changed.
then. So I didn't know if I have to change it back or not. So I changed it before the thing.
Changed it to what?
Vicious mockery.
Is that what you want to do?
That's what I wanted to do, yeah.
Is that on the spell list you've got? No.
It's the bard spell.
It's on it's one of my cantrips. I changed it before the thing.
On the character sheet it says minor illusion and true strike.
No. I thought I changed it. Maybe it's not changed properly. Oh well, I'll do something else then.
Man, you got second level spells.
Yes. But none to help us right now.
True Strike, that might help.
Hmm?
True Strike, I can't remember what True Strike does in this edition.
It just tells me what their weakness is. It's not
Yeah,
very helpful.
it gives her specifically
Oh,
advantage
okay.
on a melee attack next round.
No, you put your magic grants you a brief insight into defense on next turn. You gain advantage. So if it's
Yeah,
just,
just you.
yeah, so if she was trying to attack somebody,
It's crazy. Almost like I just said that.
yeah, it's amazing, like an echo chamber.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what to do, really.
Do a ranged attack.
So you got a heavy crossbow.
Yeah, I'll fire my crossbow from where I'm standing. Am I? Oh no, I'm going to move up to nearer the rock so that I don't shoot Gaten, because at the moment I'm pretty sure that crossbow would end up going through Gaten to get to the
He's
giant.
very pissed off. He probably wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you going to move to, Freya?
Move up like the 3 spaces so that I'm with the rock, but looking to the left.
Okay, you run up to the rock. You bring round your heavy crossbow.
Yeah.
The first bolt already notched ready into it, so you're just able to pull it back and fire.
Oh.
Make a-
18 AC and then damage. Does 18 hit?
18 hits, 11 damage, halved.
Yeah.
18 hits. That's surprising.
Yeah, it's a barbarian. It's not.
Right.
It's not.
We normally have good AC because of unarmored defense.
Yeah, well, that's not. Its AC is not that.
Especially a big boy like him, he should have a big con bonus. Big con, big dex equals big AC.
Well, he doesn't. Yep, he gets another bolt. So now he's got an arrow and a bolt sticking into him. One on his left side, one on his right side. It doesn't seem to have slowed him down at all. His rage just carries him forward. Ah! You doing any bonus actions? Are you inspiring anybody?
I'll inspire Alice.
Okay, Aleph.
Oh,
What are you doing for this bardic inspiration, by the way? What sort of music are you doing? Or performance?
she knows exactly what type of music I like. Dum, dum.
Yeah, I get the 2 rocks again. I make the heavy rock music. But this time, like, sounds like a snare drum.
Okay, you start bashing that out with the rhythm just coursing through. You can feel the music, yeah, and you feel the inspiration going through you. In fact, she doesn't really stop doing this. It's just the fact that as she focuses on each of you in turn, the music just suddenly starts to sort of well inside of you, and you can just feel this energy and this positivity and this belief in yourself. You can do this. You could easily take down this creature. There's so many of you against it. How can you possibly lose?
Exactly.
All right.
Easy.
Okay, he's gonna make some attacks on you now, Gaten.
Not very pissed off at me then, is he?
No, not enough yet. No, but he thinks he's gonna be able to take Gaten out really quickly. That's his thinking. Except for he rolls like pants poo on his first attack.
He has advantage against me because I used reckless.
Yeah, no, even advantaged against you. His best roll is AC 15.
Nope.
Which misses. And his second attack, oh my god. Jesus. 15 again. And his
Nope.
he's going to use frenzied attack. He's going to do a third attack. 20! Yes!
Makes up for all the other two.
Yeah, I'm glad he only got one of them.
Yeah, he did only get one of those. Okay, it's twice though. 3, 7, 13, 14. Take 14 damage, halved. So 7 damage. He does a massive blow into your chest, and you just yell at him as he yells at you. The pair of you are just like a couple of like, ah! And you're like, ah! He's like, ah! And you're like, ah! It's the greatest conversation you've ever had.
And then Aleph and I are just going, ah, in the background, just to join it.
Yeah.
Feel he understands me.
And Paige is just quivering in the background.
You can see he's got a lot of vitality in him still. He's bleeding from so many wounds. He's got multiple axe wounds across his chest. He's got.
I mean, I cauterized him last round.
Yeah, he's got like a massive burns all across his chest. He's got an arrow in his right shoulder. He's got an arrow in his right shoulder. A heavy bolt in his left side of his chest. The guy looks like a pincushion, but he's still going.
As Paige is being really useless in this fight, can we send her to get wood for the cabin?
Well, she hit with the last attack. She did loads of damage last round.
Alright.
She's firing with a longbow. So it's back to her again. Yeah, so she basically.
Go collect some wood.
No, she's sitting there with a bow and arrow. She's going to fire again. 5. But that one's going to miss. This time her arrow doesn't throw true, and the arrow just flies off to the left of this Goliath, almost hitting the Raven. He's so bad. Okay, Aleph.
I turn around to Paige.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was trying to hit the big man. I was.
You hit Stolas. Stolas will not be happy.
Oh, I guess that.
Right, Stolas is going to make another attack. Wow. Yeah, that doesn't hit. 5 and a 4. Smashing.
Yeah, the claws just rake into his body, but they just can't seem to penetrate his staunchly strong skin.
And I... do I want to do that? He can't understand common, can he?
No.
Oh, I guess command won't work then.
No, it really won't.
Right, I'm going to cast one Eldritch Blast then. No point wasting another spell, you know?
It's like the day...
I need to add 1d4 to that.
Yep.
16?
Okay. He,
It misses, doesn't it?
as he... No, that hits.
Oh, it hits!
Oh, wait. It hits.
Fuck yeah. So he takes 14 damage, because it doesn't add the +4.
No, he doesn't. Okay. As he sees the bolt come flying towards him, he goes... "Arrgh!" and braces himself and reduces the damage by 9 from his stone's endurance. So what was your damage?
14.
Versus 5. Right. Because he realised he's taken a lot of damage from you. He turns back to you, Gaten. He's like, "Why don't you die?" You can see in his eyes, but you can't understand what he's saying. La 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 la.
La 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 la.
La, 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 la. Yeah, you mimic him back, and he's just like, "Oh." Right, okay, Aleph, is that your go? So we are back round again.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, right, it's Gaten.
Hold on. Sorry, yeah.
You continue to exchange blows with this thing. This dude's just not going down.
I can't do anything else other than hit him again, I suppose. Yeah, that's literally my role in life, is to smack things with an axe. So I'm going to do it as a reckless again.
Okay, you twat him with your axe.
Hopefully.
The others, you notice that Gaten's going all in on this, basically just absorbing this beast's attention, so that he can't even think about anybody else. He might start thinking about, oh, maybe I should attack the others, but his focus is so on Gaten because Gaten's just going mad at him. He's just like, ah! It's just crazy. There's no tactics. He's just all in. Gaten's like, he's thrown down his cards.
How does the bardic inspiration thing work? It's a d6, did you say?
Yeah, you can add d6 to an attack roll.
I'm going to add it to that because I don't think I did well.
Oh,
No, 13.
no, still not enough.
That's alright, so I'll swing and I'll miss.
Yeah, your axe just swing. He kind of steps back, moves to the side, and then gets ready to bring his axe down on you multiple times. Okay, Freya. This guy's not going down, but Gaten does seem to be standing his ground quite well against him. He's taken quite a bit of damage, though. How much damage have you taken so far, Gaten?
I'm on 29 out of 42. 12, 13 damage.
That's not too bad.
We're still hanging in there.
Would have been 26 to anyone else. So it's quite a lot.
Do you
Okay.
want curing yet, or can you hold on for a bit longer?
We'll see if he gets any crits. I don't know. I should be fine. Save it.
Well, I'd like to... Can I inspire the same character more than once?
You can. They can't hold more than one at a
Yeah.
time.
Or you just use yours, so I was going to inspire Gaten again.
Yep. That would be greatly appreciated.
I'm going to pick up one
you
blade
can
of
do it.
grass and hold it between my fingers, and out comes bird noises. And because I don't have any instruments on me at this current point.
Well, you do. You just haven't got them out.
Well, I'm currently holding a heavy crossbow, so I'm trying to also play a blade of grass with my crossbow. It's quite talent.
Okay. Yeah,
Right.
you
Then
inspire
I-
him again.
Yeah, my crossbow.
Oh. Oh,
I was going to fire with my heavy crossbow.
oh. Oh my god. I've just dropped everything on the floor. Hold on. Sorry. But. Oh, God. No. I'm okay again. Sorry about that. Okay. So basically, you can fire and load once per action. I was just checking up the loading rules for a heavy crossbow. Right. You go for an attack again.
AC 13. Doesn't hit.
Nope. If only you could inspire yourself. Which you can't do. Yeah, the bolt hits him, but it just glances off of his chest, off of a small bit of leather that he's got strapped around his arm or something, and the bolt just bounces harmlessly off. You have to make a note you've used up 2 bolts as well. You've only got a limited supply of those. Right. Okay, he goes again. He's going all out on you, Gayton. He wants you down. He wants you down so hard.
Understandably.
So, the first attack is 18, 27.
Oh,
28.
only just.
28.
Only just.
28, sorry. 28, right. That first attack hits. Second attack hits AC 19.
Nope, that misses.
Alright. Third attack hits AC 15, 25.
Yep, 2 hit.
Right. So 11 damage off the first hit, halved, and 11 damage again, halved off for the second attack.
Okay.
So his axe just whirls around. You notice as the thing keeps biting into you, like the pain is excruciating. But damn, that axe is gorgeous. You kind of find yourself like having a little bit of a fanboy moment. He nods to you as he looks at the axe. Right. Not yours. Right, okay. So Paige fires with her arrow again. Terribly. Another arrow goes flying off, just bounces, catches a bad angle on this guy. He moves so fast, he's so angry, he's just moving so fast, which allows you to just basically bounce off of him. And then...
You're going to go with you. After 2 misses. Yeah.
Where's she firing? She'll leave, and then you'll just get lost.
We're still right next to the cabin, aren't we?
Yeah, but you don't know where the cabin is in relation to the rest of the universe.
Yeah, but she's going to come back to the cabin with
All you know is there's a cabin in the woods. Anyway.
Cabin in the woods,
Hey.
They all died. Get
Yeah,
right.
you can see the cameras on the wall, on the trees, watching you. What demons are they preparing for you? What are you doing, Aleph? Is Jimmy gonna cut him up bad? Is he?
Yeah, go on, Jimmy.
Jimmy does a bit of spiky stuff.
Can he aim for the eyes?
Boom! He hits 24.
Is he able to aim for the eyes? Pluck him out.
No, sadly not. Right, so 1d4 plus 5.
Just give me the total. I need to make a con save again.
7 physical.
I failed the con save.
Woo, that's not good for you.
I passed one of the con saves.
Okay, so you take 7 damage in total, and that's in minusing the rage.
Right.
That roll 3d6, a 1, 1, 2.
Ah! He turns around and looks at that imp. You think you might be a bit pissed off with that imp? Sorry, Raven.
And I'm going to Eldritch Blast again. Crazy. Wow.
You can see he's a bit confused. It's like...
I'm not inspired this time, am I?
No.
Sometimes.
No, he's still got my
Doesn't
inspiration.
matter.
Have you used it yet, though?
No, he's not used the
You've
inspiration.
already used it. Oh, did
I
you?
used it last time. I got the +2 and it made me hit.
Right, okay.
The inspiring made me hit him last time.
Wow, Bard,
Yeah.
you're making... Believe me, they were terrible without you last time.
What do you mean? I hit.
They were just dying and everything. Until without you there.
Yeah, he takes 11 damage.
Shit.
11 force damage.
Ah! Oh, shit. I just realised the little character that I used for Jimmy, I never actually made him visible. So I've been seeing him.
Doesn't mean giant character. Fuck yeah.
And it's just what I grabbed quickly.
So just grown.
Yeah.
He's
Stolas
turned
has
into a
grown.
weird jellyfish.
You can see he's like starting to get a bit worried now. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do?
He's in rage.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Yeah.
He's going for it. He's just fucking going for it.
Downside the raging.
He's gonna make one attack on that bird, thinking that one attack will probably take a bird out. Hits AC 24 on Stolas.
Smashed it.
That's disadvantage. The spirit will intervene.
Oh shit! Then
I mean-
AC 11.
No, but he's resistant to piercing and bludgeoning anyway.
Okay, he swings around, and as he goes to hit him, you can see that the spirit just kind of goes, no. And he's like, ah! And
This is not the bird you are looking for.
he turns back to you to use his other attacks. He's like, fuck that bird. Oh dear.
Good job, Stolas.
Fucking hell. Right, he only hits with one attack this time on you. Oh, but better roll on damage. 14, 15 damage, halved.
Okay.
That smashes into you again. I mean, both Gaten and this man giant thing just bleeding everywhere. Both of them have just got blood. I mean, he might not be taking all of the damage, but Gaten's taking the wounds. He's just ignoring them. It's just blood, just spray all over his face. There's blood all over this other guy's face. There's blood all dripping down their axes. They're literally just like surgically removing each other's flesh, just constantly
Taken
hacking at each other.
30 damage now. So I'm looking
Blood.
fairly worse for wear.
Yeah.
I'll go kill you on my next go.
I'll be fine. We'll keep going.
Right. Okay. So Paige is gonna have another go.
Come on, Paige.
Come on, Paige. She might actually hit. Plus. Oh, she gets +8 on
So
that.
the other one might have hit.
No, but AC 19 hits
Well done, Paige.
for 11 damage halved. You see another one of the arrows flying into his side, but this time it catches into his chest and just buries itself in his chest. Ah! He carries on, anger fueling him, his hatred keeping him alive. It was on Paige's go. Right, Stolas is a bit pissed. He's trying to hit me, boss! Let me at him! Let me at him!
Tear him up, Stolas. You got this.
I'm gonna fuck him up good! Yes, yeah, Jimmy's pissed.
Would it be worth him staying as a raven or transforming himself into
It's-
something else?
Doesn't matter.
Ah.
I'll
I was
fucking
just-
shank you, giant man! I'm gonna shank you! Right, make the attacks.
Oh, it was my turn. Shit, sorry.
Yeah?
Go on, Jimmy.
Go on, Jimmy. This is for you.
Whoa.
Oh, fuck's sake. Jimmy doesn't do anything, or Stolas doesn't do anything.
Ah, fuck!
Don't
Sorry,
worry,
He
Stolas.
moves from his space, he just has a tantrum.
sorry, boss.
I will do this for you. And I'm going to...
He's looking pretty. This guy's looking pretty fucked right now. I mean, it's hard to tell between. He's got so many wounds that have been fused
Yeah.
and then opened again, and then he's like a pockmarked crater. And he's still going. He's a mess.
Right, I'm gonna say fuck it, and I'm going to cast not Burning Hands. We're gonna try again with the Scorching Ray.
Okay.
See if it can redeem itself from last fucking... Yeah.
Cast it, then make the extra rolls.
Roll. There's no point casting it, because it doesn't even make the rolls right. You may as well just roll it.
It's just for the allocation of the slot.
Right. I'd rather just make the rolls myself.
Okay, I'll ignore the rolls officially before you do it.
Yeah, see? Thank you for saying I can ignore them. Fucking stupid app. Right, roll 3d20. So 1 hits.
Well, that was Burning Hands you cast anyway, and you're doing
Oh.
Scorching Ray.
Oh no, sorry, 2 hit. It's +6. So the damage
Yeah,
was
2
actually the same. The same as Burning Hands. It's 46. He takes 13 fire damage. God, the Scorching Ray has been really disappointing so far.
Okay, the beams of fire rip into him. One of them hits him across the face, and you just see part of his face just explode outwards. And he kind of like staggers back. Ah! You can see his brain just explode in his head. As the fire erupts through his body, he staggers back. For a second or so, he just stands there defiant, even in death. And then he just collapses to his knees, still clasping his axe, and then just his head drops. And the axe clasped in his hand as he dies.
Your wounds. Come back, my darling.
Okay.
Ray's dead.
The combat ends.
Ah.
Paige is. Oh my god, he was really hard to kill!
I'm surprised you were willing to kill anything, to be honest, Paige.
Yeah, we need to see to Crash.
You didn't appear to be a killing kind of
Crash
person.
is just sitting up, watching you guys.
Oh, so he now knows of my power.
I'll go over to Crash and offer him
I mean, to be honest, I think he's
hand to help
pretty
him up.
like high on just dying.
Gayton walks.
I think it's an illusion.
Gayton's taking
Gayton
more
is-
damage than this guy has now. I mean, Gayton's just covered in blood. He comes out, Gayton, you go over to him. Ah.
I'll give him my hand and try and pull him up.
Okay, Paige runs over to you. Healing hands! Healing hands! Do you want me to heal you?
Let's
Tickle,
get him,
tickle, tickle.
get him in the cabin first.
Okay, she casts Cure Wounds on you for 1d8 plus 2. 1. I roll a fucking 1. Brilliant. Get 3 hit points back from Paige. You feel a slight glow from her hands. As she tries to heal you. Oh, please heal nature. Give me the power to heal. Oh. Yeah, some of those wounds seal. Just a little bit on your chest.
6 hit points if I'm raged.
Yeah. Okay, what are you going to do? Guys, thank you. Unbelievable, your power. I've never seen such magic.
What magic?
You must be, a little
I
bit.
think you're hallucinating with the lack of the blood in your circulation.
No, I saw the fire from your and blue energy shoot forth from your hands, Aleth. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I've heard of such things. Thank you for saving me, but I'm grievously wounded. We need to hurry. We need to save the others.
The others?
The others.
Which
We
others?
need to save them now.
Let's get everyone back to the. Let's take a short rest in the cabin, right? Short
Can
rest.
I spend some time looking over this dude's axe?
Are you going to take it?
Yeah, I think I will.
Mastercraft +1.
Okay,
I want to-
it's a +1 great axe.
Oh, what a surprise! Crazy.
That's cool. And can I spend some time?
Oh, that's great. It's really
No,
nice.
I'm going to name it and stuff.
All right.
It's really good, and I'm going to. Can I try and do something to bury the Goliath guy?
Yeah.
Because even though he was attacking us, it was an honourable fight. I think Gaten would.
Yeah.
Want him
Oh,
to
definitely.
be
It was an
buried.
honourable fight. I mean, he didn't use any trickery on you. He went straight at you.
Shall I try and use cure wounds on Crash while you do that?
Crash, how much time have we got? Who is in danger?
Oh. Bjorn and Jarl. They're walking into a
Jarl?
trap. They're walking into a trap, and they're gonna die. I need to.
No, where's Joel?
I can take you to. Yeah, it's her dad.
That's my dad. My daddy's out there.
Daddy's out there.
How far is
Well, then
it?
I've got to cure Crash, because then I can take him with me to find my dad.
Please, it will be smart for us to rest at least for a short amount of time.
An hour.
I'm casting cure
Just
wounds.
an hour. Just let us sit an hour, and then we will then go
I
out.
cast cure wounds on him.
Okay. Make the cast, make the rolls.
Hill 6.
Oh, thank you, Freya, your power. Was it you that healed me before? I was dying. I could feel the javelin in my chest. And then I could hear this beautiful voice calling to me. And this power flowing through me, and I lived again. He hadn't actually died, he was bleeding out, but you basically, as he was dying, saved him. You didn't technically bring him back from the dead, he wasn't dead yet, but... Thank you so
Anyone
much.
who's a follower of my father is a true deserver of
He puts
my
his
help.
hand on your shoulder. You truly are your father's daughter. Thank you.
No problem.
Seems a bit like Heimdall now.
Yeah, well, he's weak. He got killed. You know, well, pretty much taken down. He's not feeling too good. Thank
On
you.
his final hit point.
We need to go. My father, your father. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
What trap?
Trap. The orcs. They're coming.
Oh god.
Dozens of them. Something's happening. Oh. I found one of the hunting parties completely slain. But my father's
Please.
part.
Spend an hour laying down. Then we shall sort this. We cannot rush into this, or maybe we will too die.
Much as I want to
Wait.
rush off to help
Paige
them
is like, it's getting quite late.
taken
An hour. It'll be dark in an hour.
How far are they from here, Crash?
It's gonna take us probably maybe 4 hours or so to get there. They're at the foot of the ICEPEAK mountains, but we found out we could see the raiding party heading straight for them. We tried to make our way over to them, but then we were attacked by these giant folk. We'd never even seen them before. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on.
More of the giants?
Like the one you killed, yes, there was several of them. We managed to take down a couple of them, but the leader, this guy, he just devastated us. I thought I could make it back to the cabin, but he hunted me down and struck me down with his javelin. I should be
So
dead.
it wasn't the big guy.
How long until the orcs get to them?
I'm guessing 4 hours. I mean, we might have a little bit of time. I mean, the orcs might stop to rest.
Then I suggest we do too.
I mean, Jarl is.
I don't think if orcs are attacking, they're the least likely to rest.
They're not gonna. Yeah, we need
I
to
can't
just go.
risk my father's life.
We need to. Yeah, we need to just go. I'll use the potion I've got. It will help with the wounds.
Yeah, I've got potions of healing.
I must warn you, if you do not let me rest, I cannot help as much as you think.
But if we don't go now, they might be dead. We'll have to travel through the night. But
I've got 4 slots for first level, but 2 for second level. So I've only used 2 of my first level slots.
so you could be good to go. Gaten's like, I have my axe. Let's go.
Yeah. So I can technically, if you don't want to use your vial, I've got another cure wounds that I can use.
Yeah, if you can, I can.
Ooh,
If you can
by the way, Freya, you can reclaim all of your bolts. You managed to pull them all out of the flesh, and they're still
Brilliant.
intact. They're pretty solid, these bolts.
I will take them all back and
Oh dear.
oh,
That's right. And Paige manages to reclaim one of her arrows that she missed and went flying off and just landed in the woods. But the others are broken and snapped.
Am I able to get a short rest whilst being carried?
You don't sleep, do you? You meditate.
Meditate, yeah. Can I meditate whilst being carried?
Not easily. I mean, if they make up a stretcher and two of them carry you.
And we do it where Crash knows where we're going, Crash takes us to, and then Paige follows our tracks with Aleph.
No, you'll be an hour behind, and he'll be
I'm waffling as well.
But whatever you'll be left with is going to be, you know.
It's worth a shot.
I'll tell you what, Gaten. If you make a athletics check and do really, really well,
then he
hold
can
on.
meditate.
Hey, I mean, if you're still rage disadvantaged.
I don't think it'll be advantage now, but here we
Yeah.
go.
Next.
Nope. 9.
Okay, you pick him up. Aleph, you try to take a short rest. However, it's too much. You're like, oh, fuck. They're saying that.
Am I able to carry him?
No. It's a 4-hour journey. You're trying to get an hour's rest, aren't you?
Yeah.
Make 3 checks. Let's see if in amongst all of that lot you get one period of time in amongst all of it where he can just... You're basically holding him like a baby.
Yeah. Just enough so I can shut my eyes and then, you know, prayer to the demon lords.
Yeah.
14.
And again.
Hey,
Three.
There we go. There we go.
There you go.
There you go.
yes.
Yes, during that period, you managed to just drift off, almost like a train journey, you know. Digga-diggan, digga-diggan, digga-diggan. At some point, Gaten gets into a bit of a pattern of his movement, and it allows you to find your place in the universe. You run because it's already dark. You run through the night. Crash is just exhausted. He's exhausted. He's got so many. By the time he gets there, he's got 2 exhaustion points, and he's starting to stagger. We've got to get there. We've got to get there. Paige is running along behind. I know where you're going. If you're not careful, you're going to end up by the river. I think it's by the river they're going to catch them. It's hard to tell, but I think that's where we're going to get to. As the sun breaks on the horizon, you start to hear the noises of battle ahead of you. It's vicious, whatever the hell is going on. And then you hear war drums banging as the sun starts to really sort of spread the light. Well, I think we know where they are now. You burst into the clearing, and you see before you there's a huge frozen river, and on the side you're on, you can see Jarl. Bjorn's lying on the floor covered in blood. Several of your other clansmen are lying on the floor covered in blood, but there are others throwing javelins or firing crossbows across the river, and you can see these hideous orc beasts. They're dressed very similar to yourselves, or at least certainly to that guy that you fought a few hours ago. But these guys look ferocious. They're about 6.5 foot tall. Each of them is incredibly muscular. You can even see standing behind them, slightly raised up on a path, rises up. And if you look up into the distance, you can see right in front of you the ICEPEAK mountains just rise up. You didn't see much of it during the night. It was a moonless night. But as the sun peaked onto the crest and started working its way down, it kind of revealed this mountain to you. And at the foot of this mountain, this battle's going on. You can see that at the moment the villagers are outnumbered. They might not have been originally, but these guys are also these orcs are ferocious fighters.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, you can see this.
Not.
Oh, you're not there. Hold on.
You need to put Jimmy in.
Jimmy. It's called Stolen.
Well, his name has been stolen and been given Jimmy.
No.
Yeah. You can see where you've come out. Jarl is standing in front of you with a bow, and he's firing down onto the others. And you can see there's only 3 men left, and they've been basically stranded off. There's a few bodies around him. Not all the bodies are put down on here.
Bjorn is with us where we are, but he's on the ground. Is that right?
Yeah, there you go. I just added another one for you. Yeah, Bjorn and Jarl were standing together, but Bjorn's been taken down. He's got a javelin and an axe in his body, and he's lying on the floor. No, he's unconscious. Your father's like
Help.
as you go in there. Time freezes. You see your dad in front of you. You can already see there's one axe wound in him, bleeding down his right arm. The orcs across the way. He's taken out several of them. There's bodies, just blood, just pooling into the water. But there's 2 orcs in front of you, and then you can see across on the other beach, or the other sort of what should have been like a beachy outcropping, which is now covered in snow. You've noticed that none of them have tried to cross the ice yet. The ice itself looks reasonably thick, like you could cross it, but you can see the water flowing underneath it. So it's clear that it's not that thick.
Good thing I'm light as fuck.
Well, I was thinking more that if we break the ice and melt it, that it would then not allow them to travel over, and we can attack from a distance.
Well, but they're still attacking us at a distance.
They're attacking you from a distance with a range of ranged weapons as well, and they're more fierce in hand to hand than they are at ranged.
Well, then it stops them doing hand to hand.
Right, make initiative rolls. Let me just start it off again.
No, that's average.
14.
I'm not getting lucky with these initiative rolls.
Fuck.
Are you okay for me to drink that?
Okay, right, Gayton. Oh,
Was it Gaten first? In 5th edition, is there anything you can do? Can I like guard someone with the shield, or something like that? Thank you. Can you guard, or can you
guard someone with a
do
shield.
anything?
No, not quite like that. I mean, you can try and draw fire away from somebody in front of them.
Yeah. What I was planning to try and do is to run in front of the Jarl to hold up my shield. I can throw.
So I'm just rolling some shit rolls.
I've got javelins, so I can try and throw one of them because I don't really want them. So I'm not bothered about collecting them again.
Right, okay, so at the moment, Gayton, you're still first. On 22. Pretty bad rolls on my part. So what are you going to do?
I'm going to run in front of the Jarl to try and give him some cover behind me,
Okay.
and throw a javelin at the one directly in front of us.
Okay, yep. Jarl looks down at you. Gayton? What the hell are you doing here? He looks around. Freya, get out of here! What are you doing here?
I'm here to protect you!
I don't need you protecting me.
Hello, Chief.
Well, you've been clearly doing a great job thus far.
How's it going?
Maybe you can help us. I've heard about your powers. Now, come on, let's fight! He turns back. He hasn't got time for a conversation. That's as much as you can get out of him. Right, okay.
Happy hunting.
It's not letting me do it with the... I'll roll as if it's the hand axe because it's the same attack and same damage.
You've got a javelin on there.
I know, it's just not picking it up on the thing. So the hand axe is the same. Oh,
It's got
hey, 20.
It's got better range, that's all. And different damage
Yeah.
type.
I
Javelin's
rolled a
piercing.
20 for a crit.
Ah! Okay.
And I got 12, so it'll be 12 piercing damage.
Where's my boy Stolas at, by the way?
He's flying in. Oh, jeez. You want me to go into all that, boss?
Just hold up and wait. You know, there might be one you can eat a
I've
little
got the
bit.
one just directly in front of us.
I noticed there's an orc that looks slightly different at the top.
Seems to be the leader.
Is that a war chief? Or what?
That's a shaman.
Ah, cool.
It's a spellcaster.
I mean, I hate the fact you say shaman, not shaman, but, you know.
Shaman.
It's right. Or shaman. Shaman, not shaman.
Shaman. Shaman!
It's
Okay.
mainly shaman, but...
Right, so so Gaten, the javelin basically flies across and smacks into the chest of this creature. He's absolutely, he's not raged, is he? No. He's like, he pulls it out of his chest, blood just pouring out of his chest wound. It's a terrible wound for these orcs. A javelin wound like that. You've grievously wounded him. Right. Are you doing anything?
I'm gonna just hold my shield up and I don't know if I can impose cover for the jar behind me or something like that. But
No, but you can basically, if you roll intimidation, you can try and draw their fire.
yeah, all right.
Taunt them.
Yeah.
You like what you see?
Yes,
So exclamation mark C space intimidation.
Ooh, 2 crits in a row, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Yeah, I tell you what. Yes, you draw their fire, but you absolutely intimidate the shit out of them to the point where they're now disadvantaged on attacking you.
because I forgot to rage, so
Scary mon.
Yeah. Charles like, Jesus, Gaten, you're scaring me, man. The others on the other side haven't even noticed that you're there yet.
that's fine.
Okay, you doing anything else, Gaten, on your turn?
No, can I use my bonus action to rage?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I'll use my second rage.
Oh, fucking melting.
Don't forget you got your potion as well.
Oh, do I have a potion?
Yeah,
You've
I'm
all
not
got
gonna-
you've all got healing
Healing.
potions,
Just take one.
and he's got a potion of
Strength.
giant strength.
Yeah, I'll save it until I'm gonna be in melee of any of them because there's no point if I'm having to throw stuff.
Okay, Freya, you're next.
Right, I would like to move, so I'm just left of Jarl.
Okay,
So it's
you
down
can
next
see
to
he's
my
got some
father.
wounds on him. They don't look too grievous. He turns to you, daughter, side by side in battle.
Well, doing more than Steiner at the moment, by the looks of it.
I don't know where your brother is. His party's not here. I hope he's okay.
Am I able to also intimidate?
Go.
So I can get an advantage before throwing my crossbow.
You can try, but you've also got a bonus action, bardic inspiration, and you've got your main action as well. Yeah.
So I've got intimidate. crossbow.
Yeah, I shouldn't intimidate each other in this action.
Yeah, I mean, well,
You'd
no,
have to-
I'll let him do rage. Go on, then. You can do something quickly.
1, 12.
Okay, you do. You put out a battle cry before you start breaking into song. It's good, but it doesn't affect them.
I'm gonna heavy crossbow the same one that Gaten attacked.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Wounded. AC 22.
Okay.
And piercing 7.
The crossbow bolt flies true across the gap, smacks the orc in its head. It just flies backwards. Its body just sprayed out as it just dies in a heap. Good shot, daughter.
Why, thank you. I've got my inspiration then at the end. Does Joel have any movements that affect us, or will it only be us normal 4?
Well, your inspiration, you just choose one. You can make it Jarl if you want, or one of these guys.
I'll inspire Gaten for now.
No, what about me? I'm next.
Okay, fine. I'll inspire Alith because he has fire. And we might need it.
Okay, how do you inspire him? Tell me your story.
Yeah, but this time I look him dead in the eye, get 2 rocks, flint and steel style them together, and create a mini flame, and look at him knowingly like, this is what you need to do.
Yeah, Freya kills. He steps up to her father, easily takes out one of the orcs in a headshot, turns to you, grabs 2 stones, and like goes tee tee tee, and you feel inspired by the greatness of this warrior maiden.
I create fire with 2 rocks. You can create fire with your hands.
Yeah. Now's your moment for the villagers to see your might, Alith.
Yeah, not against one orc.
This is when Alith just gets really shy and goes, "Oh, but I don't really want to."
Performance anxiety.
He just picks up a rock and throws the rock.
That's a little fire goes.
Right, Stolas is going to charge him. Front on. Well, not front on, like side on. Because, don't want to get him. Don't want to let him get
Jesus
hit.
Christ. Okay. Okay, Stolas is a droid.
I am waiting for said droid to appear.
And I can't scale it down any smaller either. Roger! I just opened up I grabbed the first one that I could see.
Right, because he charged, he gets advantage.
Yep. You see this black
Yeah.
image
AC.
flying down. Whee!
AC 16.
Hits.
Nice. Con save of 11.
Fails miserably.
Oh, dude, again. 1, 2, 2. What are these fucking poison rolls? Right, he takes 14 damage anyway.
Okay. The raven flies down, lands on his head, and just starts ripping his face apart. Basically, his face just peels away to reveal his skeleton, and then this thing. Yeah,
Jesus.
and then this lashing arm comes round and just stabs it in its eye, and it kind of stabs.
Good job, Stolas. 1 for Team Us.
Fantastic, man! We need to help the others now. We need to climb over these rocks or get on the water.
I'm gonna immediately full double movement as far as I can towards the elks.
Which ones?
Well, the only ones on the right.
How are you going to get
The
to
big
them?
old-
Actually, there's a rocky outcropping here, which minimises your time on the water. The water looks treacherous. You need to tell me if you're going to go on the water or whether you're going
I'm very light. I'm like stick and bone. I mean, the weight compared to me walking on that compared to an orc.
Yeah, you need to make an acrobatics check to do that because the rocks are very slippery and very large. and they rise up quite high as well.
Fuck you know. Is there any way that I can go that's slightly less acrobatic?
Can he go on the water? What would he have to roll
Do
for that?
performance and start dancing across.
Can I ice skate down it?
You could
I mean,
try and stealth over the water, so delicately make your way, but it would take you the whole turn to get across there. Basically, just
That's fine. I mean, I'm a got proficiency in stealth for some reason.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, do I have to roll, really? Right, plus... oh no, I can just check stealth, can I?
Yeah, check stealth.
11.
Okay. You get about halfway across, and then the ice starts to crack under your feet. Make an acrobatics check.
$13.
Okay. You leap towards the land. Your feet slip into the water, and then you basically scramble out, and you get over to the other side.
I'm good, okay.
But the ice rips into your flesh, and you take 1 damage.
Okay, that's fine.
Only
What
a
art style now?
shot of us.
You kind of just basically scramble onto the other side.
I get a paper cut.
Alice!
feel like
Alice!
Jimmy's
This isn't the battle for you! You're gonna kill yourself! He hasn't seen...
Who says that?
Giles.
Who says that?
He hasn't seen
I feel
you...
like
he hasn't-
Jimmy just starts
He hasn't seen
laughing.
you do anything yet, apart from run on the water, fall over, and cut yourself. That's the sum total of your contribution.
Don't worry!
I was the one
I'm
who
fine.
inspired you.
I give him a little wave. It's okay.
I inspired you to use fire, and this is how you used it.
No, it doesn't even inspire my fire.
No, I know, but I inspired you, and then you went, nah.
Well, I'm not going to
gonna-
waste my only spell slot on one orc.
Right, okay, so, Paige...
Where am I now, then? Oh, I'm there. I didn't ask to be there.
But that's where you ended up, because you fell over.
Yeah, you said you didn't want to go across... You didn't want to do the climbing bit. I just want to go across the ice.
Well, I said I wanted to do whatever I could to get to the other orcs.
Well, you're going to have to do it on your next turn, because you fell over.
Okay, alright. I'll let you get... You did say that. You can get to there.
Yeah, that's fine. That's where I was kind of intending anyway.
Basically, you sort of slipped and where you
You're
went.
like holding onto the edge of the rocks, like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so you could have tried going over the rocks and then across to the other side, which would have kept you away from the ice, but it would have needed a good acrobatics check. Talk about acrobatics. Paige is going to try and leap over the rocks to the other side.
She's so tiny, I can't imagine it.
But she
Yeah,
gets...
yeah.
she gets an advantage. Hold on. Yeah, she gets double proficiency on travelling over the ice as well. So she is rocking that. Acrobatics 10, 20, 20. Wow. Yeah. So basically, Paige just does almost like a Yoda and just leaps up onto the rocks and leaps, spins again, leaps, spins again, leaps, spins again over to the other side and gets over to there by the end of the turn. And you can see her at the end of the turn, she's just leant over and she's trying to lay some hands on one of the warriors to heal him up a little bit.
Paige, don't touch them, please. After your track record.
Oh, she managed to... She heals one of the downed hunters for 6 hit points. And as fragile as he is, as he gets up and joins the fray.
What weapons are the orcs using, like the second and third one in that line?
They're throwing javelins. So they've got a whole load of javelins on their backs. And they're taking one and they're throwing them. And they're taking another one and they're throwing them. And they've all got axes at their sides as well. And little shields ready for melee combat. Right, so that was Page's go. The hunters, they open fire. So Jarl is going to try and make his way over. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear. Okay.
He's quite an old man.
Yeah. He gets to about there. He gets part way, but he keeps slipping over that last bit. So he spends the whole of his turn basically trying to get over and join his men. I'll let him get to there actually. But he's he might have to just stop and fire there next turn. But for now, that's as far as he does. He basically just starts as he's watching Page just sort of flip over and over in ninja style. He's like slowly making his way over. He's refusing to go over the ice after seeing it collapsing even under Alice's weight, and he's a lot bigger than you. The other guys, they all fire.
But you said the ice still looks pretty thick.
It does, but it's the reason they're standing either side of the river is they're too worried to cross it.
It's still running underneath.
Oh,
got big...
giddy fucking aunt. Okay, the archers all fire towards the orcs. Not a single one of them manages to find a purchase. The arrows just like bouncing off of their flesh, or just hitting into the rocks and snapping. Not particularly impressive. I did roll like a 3, 2 4s, and a 5. Not very good. Right, okay, so that was them, and now the orcs are going to fire back.
Probably tired from all the fighting.
Okay, the orc chief, the orc shaman goes, by Sunny, we will be victorious! And his eyes glow, and then all three of the orcs in front of him just suddenly start glowing slightly, and their eyes glittering. Ah! As they go to make their attacks.
I want to play a shaman.
He's only cast Bless.
Is he an actual shaman? Like, have you made a custom class? Or what?
No, it's a character. I'm just following off the character sheet card. What it can do.
A bit of cool playable class. Shamans.
Yeah.
Right, you know, totemics and with their empowered weapons and all sorts.
You just want some minions.
What, totems?
Minions.
No, shamans don't summon minions, they summon totems.
Yeah, no, but you could be like leader of all the orcs and just take a load of them with you.
Right.
Yeah, okay. The three orcs throw out their javelins towards the hunters on the other side. Two of them hit with their javelins into the hunters, empowered as they are by their blessed hands. Ah! They look like they're really inspired, and oh my god! Maximum damage on both rolls. That's insane. Oh, I can't bother to move the camera to show you. The one that Paige has just healed gets a javelin in his throat. And just falls back dead. Paige just turns. Oh. the other one on the other side of Paige gets a javelin in its shoulder, and he spins. He pulls it out, holds it for a second before trying to string his bow again, ready to notch another arrow on his bow. You could see that if you hadn't turned up, this party is not going to survive, especially with that orc shaman. He's just basically tipping the balance in the orc's favour with his magic.
He's the one we need to take out.
And the one at the end that's not blessed then attacks. Oh my god! Okay. Jeez, I'm rolling terrible for the hunters and amazing for the orcs.
All right. Very helpful for us.
Damage 4, 6, 7. The other orc throws another javelin. Actually, he's going to hit into the same one that the other javelin just did. He's like, as he's pulling out his javelin, the first, and he tries to notch his arrow. Another one just shoots into his chest. He's looking terrible, that one. The one next to Paige. Heal me, please, halfling, heal me! Okay.
Question.
Yes.
You know when I kill things, I get temporary hit points. Does that work the same if Stolas kills someone?
No.
Okay. And how long does temporary hit points last?
It's usually like a turn, but it depends on the thing.
Oh.
So a minute.
That's funny.
Certainly enough time for this battle.
Right. Okay. Just wondering.
That's
the
10
gift of the
rounds.
Hunter.
I put myself in a very endangered place, and I get kapooped.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only by the end of the round the other orcs and the spellcasting orc notice you kind of clinging to this rock near them because they've been so focused on attacking these hunters. But now one of the orcs... Actually, do they? Oh, dear Lord. Ah, okay. The orc shaman notices you, Alith, but the other three orcs, they're just like picking up javelins and throwing them.
Then I give it a little wave to the shaman.
He waves back.
I've made a friend this day.
Attack him! Attack him! He's a spellcaster!
What? He can't know that.
Yeah, you can tell that.
That wanker.
Well, you look pretty weak compared to the others. And you're sort of dressed in different clothes. Right, anyway, that was the hunters. Oh dear.
It's okay.
Very good. Yep. Right, Gaten, back to you. So you've got no enemies opposite you.
Yeah, what is needed for me to go over the rocks? What is the check?
So you can either brave the water.
Like the big brave
You're
boy.
very heavy, so...
Yeah, you'll be
Yeah,
disadvantaged. Or you can climb over the rocks.
Either of them of the checks that are needed for that athletics. Because I'm raged, or would it just be acrobatics?
I can let you choose either. I was going acrobatics for Alith because that was slightly better than
Well,
athletics.
see.
So for yeah, but for you probably want to go athletics.
Athletics, I just have advantage. It's one less than acrobatics, but I have advantage on it.
The choice is yours, or you can down that potion and make your strength even more awesome.
Yeah.
Hell, if you roll well, you could probably just climb up on the rocks and just leap over and get right in there with the orcs.
How long does it take to drink the potion? Is it a bonus action or action?
I can do it as a bonus action.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll down it and then I'll try and athletics,
And jump.
which I've got the advantage on because I'm still raged, and try and jump to get to the orcs.
Okay, so your strength goes from 16 to 21. Shit, I haven't got the thing with me. What 21 stat gives you?
The bed thing. Oh, thank you. There you go. I've set it to 21 at the moment on D&D Beyond temporarily. And if I do update and here it should.
Yeah, that'll do it. And that'll last the rest of the combat. Okay, then make an athletics check. With advantage, don't forget, so exclamation mark C, space strength, space ADV.
Base strength wouldn't it be
Sorry,
athletics?
exclamation mark C, space athletics, space ADV.
15.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get up onto the rocks. Okay. It's not great though. It's not as good as you'd hoped. You managed to get to about here on the rocks. You could probably try to leap across with an acrobatics check, but that'll be your turn over basically. So you could probably get into sort of threat range of that first orc on a successful acrobatics check to stop them from attacking your friends on the other coast, on the other shoreline, on the river.
What I will. Can I throw a javelin?
More muster because he's stronger.
Actually, no, it's fine. I'll try and make the jump.
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
Please don't fail me now. Ugh.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It failed me.
Please
It
don't
failed me.
now get the biggest fail possible.
Okay.
That was boo, yeah.
Aleph, as a reaction, make a dexterity save.
What do you mean? I'm on the rock.
And yeah, I know. Gaten, you're going down. Make a dexterity save.
Just Dex, yeah?
So exclamation mark S space dex, both of you.
Wait, what am I doing? Sorry?
I have
save
a
dex.
thing that says on Dex against effects.
Okay, that's alright. That's alright.
Oh, no, never mind. I'll just do it as a one.
Pretty good roll.
Oh
There's
no.
X mark for save Dex.
What's that? Sorry.
21.
Okay. You go to leap across to the other rock, but you don't quite make it. You scrape down the rock, and at the last second, you start smashing into the ice. And just at the last second, as you're about to plunge into that icy water and get dragged under the ice into the current, which I would have made you do, you spin on your over and just roll ungainly onto the side over here. You take 2 damage from the ice, basically, as your legs are gashed up, and the orc turns to you.
If you speak in Orc, I understand Orc.
Look, it's a human! I get to use my axe! You can say something back if you want, as you're lying there on the floor looking up at it.
I'll see your axe and raise you my axe.
He looks at it. That's a nice axe! I'll take it from your cold body!
We shall see.
Right, okay. So, next is Freya.
Yeah.
So, you're on your own now, Freya.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over the rocks to try and be more with Paige, because I can fire my crossbow from there.
Okay, I would definitely recommend an acrobatics check for you.
I forgot, I'm blessed still. I could have used that on my save last round.
You could.
Forgot about that.
You're not blessed, you're bardic inspired.
That's it. Bardic, the same bloody thing. I'm pretty sure they actually have the same effect.
20.
No, bardic inspirations, bless is a D4 to 3 people. Bardic inspiration is a D6 to 1.
My
But-
acrobatics checks was a 20.
Wait, it's a D6? I rolled a D4 last time.
Bardic inspiration,
Yeah, but you didn't use the Bard of Inspiration.
it's a
No, I did.
D6.
In the last fight, I used it. I mean, I hit it, and okay, it doesn't matter. Now I know it's a D6.
It's a
Cool.
D6.
It goes up as the bard levels up. It goes up a dice at certain levels.
Right.
Eventually, it becomes a D12.
Right. Okay, Freya, you leap up and you can basically go wherever you want.
I'm gonna go in front of Paige, but just to the left so she can steal fire.
Whereabouts? Next to her or in front of
Yeah,
her?
there. In front of her, there. Because
Right.
then she can fire between me and the archer.
Right. That's your turn gone, but you can do a bonus.
Then I'm gonna inspire Gaten so that once after they attack him, he can.
Okay,
Give him
I think
back.
this is your last one. You have
Yeah, I think
no.
so.
You have no. We only have 4 of them that you can do.
Yeah. Well, should I save it then?
I'm not even sure if you've even got one left.
Probably not.
How many did you do in the last fight? You did 3, I think. So yeah, no, you're done. You've got no bardic
I'm
inspirations left.
I try and inspire Gaten, however, nothing comes out. I've pulled a blank.
Healing word. Healing word is a bonus action.
Who needs healing? And I didn't think it was a bonus action. I thought it was first.
It's a spell. It's a first level spell. However, it's also a bonus. It can be cast as a bonus action. Healing word. If you look against a spell, it says healing word 1 BA, 1 bonus action. And if you go across and look into bonus actions under actions, it's under there healing word. It's the only spell you've got you can cast as a bonus action.
Okay. Well, who needs healing?
Gaten keeps putting his hands up.
Well, Gaten, I'm gonna try and heal you
Okay.
using healing word.
So cast the spell.
Yeah.
It's very popular.
8.
Genji always needs healing.
8. Very good.
When you say, who needs healing? You say Genji.
That healing word can be quite powerful actually, because you can just keep healing people as a bonus action. Now that you're out of bardic inspiration,
Yeah.
that's half your spell slots gone. Okay, Freya, you are done.
That's only of my first level spells. I have 2 second level spells, don't I?
You do. Okay, Alith.
Hello! Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
I'm gonna walk nicely, sensibly,
And
Calmly.
calmly, up to the orc's face.
Eldritch Blast. Straight in the face.
Not quite.
Whereabouts are you going to go? There?
Right in front of the orc. And I'm gonna... Yeah, basically under Gaten, but to the right one. So diagonal right to Gaten.
There.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to have to make a dex save if you do that, because that's on the ice.
Well, fine, I'll go 1 forwards then. Should still work the same, I think.
Not there.
Yeah.
No, you'll have to make a dex save to even get there. That's still on the ice. You can't walk
No,
through
as
the
in,
orc.
like, as in between the orc and Gaten.
No, Gaten's right in front of the orc.
Oh.
There in the. Actually, no, you're not. You're right. There is a space between Gaten. It's just that the orc's token's too big.
Yeah,
So you can.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, and that stops Gaten from getting a advantaged attack from the orc. So yes, I apologise.
You're welcome.
Right.
I'm gonna turn back, and I'm gonna like do a little wink at the what's his name?
Jar?
No, yeah, Jarl, that's it. Just look back at him
I
and
know Daddy's name.
give a little wink. Turn back to the orc. Smile at the shaman.
You kind of like.
Okay, you're building, this better be good because you're building it up. And they're like, okay.
And then I'm unleashing
You're really
a
doing
level
it.
2 burning hands on the orc in front of me and the orc behind him.
Okay, what's the radius of burning hands?
15-foot cone it reaches.
Okay, you can reach the first 2 orcs.
Yep. Just
Okay.
what?
Yeah, I know. I'm just confirming. Yeah. Okay, you conjure a massive firebolt, ribbons of fire leap out from your hands.
Right, they
Yeah,
need to make a DC
roll.
save of a dex save, sorry, of 14.
Number 1. Oh shit! Come back to that dice. Number 1 passes. Number 2. What was it?
14.
Passes.
Fuck's sake.
Sorry. I'm rolling really well for these orcs, I've got to say.
Well, you know what? Whatever. You know, who cares?
Joel was
Solus is still there.
preparing to be really amazed, and then again, it's been let down.
Absolutely. But as I'm doing this, I think Stolas has enough movement to charge attack. Oh, he does. Of course he does. It's 120 feet. He's going to charge attack the second one.
Oh, not the orc shaman then. Okay.
No. I don't care about that. This is about the wow factor for me. I don't give a shit about shaman right now. I'm trying to impress the Joel here.
Alright, okay.
But I'm going to secretly get Stolas in the background chipping away at the guy's health, so maybe it makes me look a little bit more impressive.
Okay. Alright, roll your damage, come on.
Stolas is charge attacking the second orc up in the line.
Okay.
He hits AC 14. That's terrible.
That hits.
Oh. Right. Con save of 11, please.
Passes. I just rolled 19. These orcs, mate, they're just on fire.
Right, I just rolled a 1 for the damage. Right, so he takes
Literally, they dodged it.
9 damage.
Ow!
So he takes 3 poison and 6 physical.
Okay.
And then,
Jesus, he's got 1 hit point.
and they both take 7 damage.
Okay. The one in front of you still stands. But the one behind attacked by... You should have set him invisible. Can't he go invisible?
Yeah, I do that. I thought of that, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I had the plan in my head, yeah. There's a lot to think about.
Okay, Jimmy sees what you're trying to do.
Good, Jimmy.
Uses his own initiative. I know what you want, boss. I gotta go in quiet. Shh. He disappears, and then he reappears behind the orc and just rips the shit out of him. So basically, he's just like barely alive. He's almost like Jimmy's holding him up. He's like holding his head up because he's visible now because he's attacked. And as he does, the fire just washes over him because he doesn't care, as you say. And the second orc just like just burns up, and like he's waving around, he just collapses, fire ripping off of his burning corpse. The orc shaman looks at you, turns to the others. Get him! Get the caster!
And then I would like to, seeing as everyone else managed to do it, I would like to make an immediate intimidation roll on the one in front of me. Is that okay?
Yeah. Well, I let the others do it. I can't not let you do it.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh, it's kind of like a girly scream.
I'm not very scary.
No! I'm
Do you want to have tea with me?
You suck.
Yeah, you're like, I will get you. And they're like,
Okay.
pods! Ah! Okay. He's angry now. He's going for you. And his rolls have been great.
Fine.
I've got a healing word.
I think I'm alright. Oh, I get temporary hit points from killing that orc. Another reason why I wanted Solus to weaken him.
Very good, yep.
So I get... What the fuck does it say? Seven hit points. 7 temporary hit points.
Okay. Yep. Okay, Paige gets her bow out, takes an arrow, notches it, aims at the orc next to you, Aleph, and fires. And the arrow catches it across the neck and comes out the other side. And the orc in front of you just goes, tries to scream and yell, and just collapses into the ice. And his body just smashes and cracks the ice. And he starts, as he just dies. Blech. Paige is like, impressive. Okay, so that was on Paige's go. Hunters! Come on. Right, Giles.
2 left, and then the shaman.
Right, these 3 are all going to attack that orc at the end. Miss, hits, miss. Okay, the three hunters, the orc on the end, the one that's left there, there, they all aim at him. One of them manages to hit them with a good strike. But the others just miss and aim in the rocks. They're doing a terrible show. Jarl tries to climb over the rocks some more. Oh, by the way, while you're doing this, Crash has basically just been with his father down by the body. And he's just like holding his father in his arms. Father, father, don't die, don't die. Okay. So Jar makes his way over and he basically gets up onto this point here and he decides he's just going to call it a bad job. Stands here and starts firing. Makes 2 shots with his bow. Oh, natural 20. That's it, Jar. You show him who's boss, mate. Okay, Jar stands up on the top of the rock, takes aim, fires, and as the arrow flies off, takes aim with a second shot and fires again, and both of them fly into the orc in front of the orc shaman, and the 2 arrows just go thunk in his chest, thunk across his cheek, and the orc just spins around and dies.
Yes.
For Norberg and for Norenholm, he yells. The battle has turned.
Oh.
The orcs take their go. This orc decides he's going to basically go for it. For Sunny! And he charges across the ice. And basically has to make a good roll. But oh. Ah! And he does it! God, they're rolling brilliantly. I should just do whatever the fuck I want with these orcs. And this orc shaman's coming down here. As he does, he casts a spell, and this glowing weapon appears in his hand. Ah, for Sunny, you will die! And
did he ignore Stolas?
Huh?
Well, then Stolas gets an attack of opportunity.
No, he can go past Stolas without attacking. Where I've put Stolas is there's a 5-foot gap.
Right. Okay. Even though he was behind the orc, which means technically he would have been on the one in the upper left.
Yeah, well, in the heat of battle. Oh well.
Right.
And the orc does a charge attack on that hunter, and it's a brutal attack. Brutal attack, in fact. Oh! Okay. He charges over to that hunter. He's the one that actually hit him, and he smacks out with his axe, and he beheads the hunter. And the hunter's head just goes flying off. Ah! And the body just slumps into the ice, blood just pouring out over the ice, melting the ice slowly. The gambit worked. The orc turns to face the other one, but he's had his go. Oh. The orc shaman goes to attack you with his spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, he's pretty good with that.
There's still that one other orc.
Ah! 20!
For God's sake. Why do you always roll 20s against me?
Oh, wait. Ah!
I think these are rigged dice, to be honest.
I just rolled it, dude. I can't help it. Yeah, okay. You don't want to know how much damage this thing does. It's a lot. 6, 7,
Jason, it's about time you get
14,
up now.
Plan to.
15, 16.
I'm still raged. I'm just making
Raging
snow
on the
angels.
ground.
Yeah, really angry snow angels.
Alright, take 19 damage from this
Hey,
weapon.
I'm not dead yet. Thank God for temporary hit points. How much was it, sorry?
19 damage.
I'm on 4 hit points. Solid.
The weapon basically crashes into you. You feel the arcane energies just lash out across your body. The pain. You're like, ah! And you turn to face him still standing. You see Jarl nodding. Still standing. Well
I
done,
look at
Aleph.
him. Give him a thumbs up. I'm still good, boss.
Yeah, you're taking it as a champ, and also giving Gaten the chance to stand up as well. Noted. As you heroically stand in there. Okay, that's the orcs done. Gaten.
Help.
Stand up.
Aleph is bravely standing in front of this orc, saving you from being attacked while you're down, allowing you to stand up without any risk of retaliation.
As I stand up, I'm going to just leave my shield on the floor and I'm going to take the new axe. I'm going to try and smack it into this one with a reckless attack.
Okay, you come up next to him. You're already advantaged because you're both threatening his square, but you get more advantaged. You just get advantaged. Okay, make an advantaged attack.
Nope. Oh, there you go.
Lovely list.
I couldn't remember what I had named it.
Goliath War Axe.
Yep, I'll do a description for it at some point unless you have one.
No, you can make it up. Well, you saw the picture. It's kind of how it was. It was cool.
AC 23
Oh yeah, that crushes him. Yeah.
and
Oh,
12
it's got
damage
magical slashing.
in total.
That's handy.
Yeah, it's magic damage.
Plus 2 from range, so 12 in total.
Yeah. Okay, the axe just bites into his chest, and he turns to face you. His determination in his eyes. He's holding this sort of. His weapon looks similar to yours, but it's just basically a glowing form of energy in his hands. Freya.
Is the other orc dead now? Or is he just hidden under those dead bodies?
No, he's still there. He's still attacking.
Okay, then I am going to aim my crossbow at him. Because I don't need my other hunters to get attacked while they're over here.
Okay, you turn and face him, and you fire the bow.
Maybe crossbow. 18.
The shot hits true into the back of the orc. The orc's facing the other hunter at the moment, so your bolt just strikes him in the back. Make what was the damage roll? Sorry, I don't know. Bring it up.
6.
Okay, he's like ah! He's still standing though, but he's in great pain.
I'm going to use my bonus action to cast a healing word.
Lots of people are wounded, so both these hunters are wounded. Gaten's
gonna
wounded.
cure
Aleph's wounded.
Aleph.
Yeah, Aleph's very wounded actually.
I'm going to cast a healing word for Aleph. How do I... I'll work out near the time. 8 heal for Aleph.
Aleph, you got 8 hit points back.
Are you doing it as a second level spell?
Well, I will when I run out of things.
If you do it as a second level spell, it heals for more is all.
Because the second level spell,
I think is it 2d4?
It'll be 2d4. It's just
You
adds
get to just do another d4 for the health.
so I just do another 1d4.
Yeah, it's 2d4 plus 4. At second level. So you're casting it at second level.
Yeah.
Right, okay, you pour healing energy across the river. Aleph, you feel Freya's voice in your ear as the healing energy pours into you again.
So you get an extra 5.
No, it's extra 1.
Oh, just an extra 1.
You don't add the plus 4 twice.
No, you don't.
It's worth a shot. So I've got 2 first level slots left and 1 second level.
Okay. Okay, Freya, Aleph, it is your turn again.
Ooh. Right, I guess Stolas is going to charge Reno.
Yep. Roger, roger.
Oh, no, not 2d2.
Roger! He says as he charges in.
Yep, 24 hit.
That defo hits.
Con save of 11.
Oh, he saves.
Oh, wow, that's a good roll. So 14 damage in total. Pretty good.
It is good. Okay, he's starting to look a bit hurt, this guy, but he's still got a lot of fight in him.
And then I'm just going to use Eldritch Blast on him. Hit 24, 7 damage.
Okay, I mean, he is right next to you.
So. Nothing stopping me. Oh wait, they're disadvantaged if they're cast within 5 feet.
Yeah, you are.
If they're targeted.
It's not. Is it targeted?
Whilst
Yeah.
they're attacking, I'm just gonna quickly.
Right, then you gotta make him no attack roll.
Then I'll just step back one before I attack.
You
And
get an
take
attack
the-
of opportunity.
Yeah, but it's disadvantage because Game hit him, so that's alright.
Okay, he attacks you, disadvantaged, 11, 13, 11, plus AC 16.
Yeah, it hits. That's some pretty good rolls again. You just won't roll bad.
5, 8. Take to 13 damage.
Okay, I'm on 1 hit point. Jesus.
Jesus.
Not sure that was worth it.
Okay, and you hit him for how much? Because you made
7, and then as a bonus action, I am going to consume my potion.
Okay, roll 2d4.
Is that what it does? 2d4.
2d4 plus 4. Hold on, I put it in the chat. I did put it in the.
Just a standard healing potion. If it's just
It's
a standard one.
yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. 7.
You won't survive another hit from that weapon, though.
That's why I am walking away.
Right, okay. Alep's go is done. Paige next. Paige is also going to fire at that orc on the same side of the river as her. And hits! Harry, you've gone. Everyone's gone. Oh no. Oh no. That's gonna mess
Hello?
up. It's gonna mess up my overlay now. When we do the video. Anyway, Paige fires her arrow and another killing strike into the back of the neck of that orc as he falls flat. Oh dear, it's all going wrong now.
Oh, what happened there?
Oh, I can't get to the... There we go. I had to move some bodies out of the way, I do apologise. Is everyone still here? Right, yes you are. Okay, so
Yeah.
you've just got the Orc Shaman left now.
Okay. We can do it.
The Orc Shaman looks around at the others. He makes his axe disappear. Oh, actually... Ah. A bit of luck, because Jarl misses him completely. He puts his axe down and he speaks in common. I surrender! I surrender! Let me live and return to my village, and I will tell the villagers not to return here. I'll tell you whatever you need to know. Don't kill me. That's on the orcs go. Gaten, it's your turn.
What action is it to ask the Jarl what he wants to do with him? That'd be my bonus action.
The shaman basically gets down on his knees and puts his hand behind his head. You come over to him, axe at the ready.
Oh,
What are you going to do, Gaten? What are you going to say to Jarl?
He might be better off alive for us.
what's your decision?
Let him live. We need to know what's going on here. Let him live. He's worth far more to us alive than dead. Bind
like
him.
I've said before, knowledge is power.
Yeah, I'll try
Indeed,
and bind
Freya.
him.
Well done, men. We have failed the day. We would have died for sure if it wasn't for you. Thank you.
Freya, can you see to Bjorn?
Yeah, of course.
Because I know that Crash will be pretty sad right now.
Yeah, so you go back over to Bjorn, and Crash has basically performed some sort of medicine check on him and has staunched the bleeding. So he's not dying anymore, though he's still gravely wounded.
I can either use healing word or go across and get the cure wounds. But going across is going to take a whole turn.
Well, you've got time now. We're out of turn-based action.
Oh, okay. Well,
Try
then
and
I'll
bind this shark. Maybe I should get him across the river first.
go over
So-
and use cure wounds because that's.
Paige uses the last of her spells to help the two hunters on this side.
And then I'll use cast cure wounds. Is there any way to cast cure wounds when I type it to make it the second level spell?
Yeah, there is, but I can't remember how to do it.
Might be a -2 or something.
Uh-oh. My feed's gone.
Yeah. Oh, it's back.
Did that work?
No,
D8.
but you did cure for 11 hit points on a first level spell.
Well, that's
That's pretty damn good.
I technically have one more slot, but it's not coming up on there. But is he healed enough that he can travel back, or is he?
I'm okay. Bjorn's got a lot of hit points. We need to get back to the tower.
Well, I think we should go back to the cabin, rest up properly, and then head back to the tower.
Okay. You gather up the dead. What do you want to do with the rest of the orc bodies?
Burn them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't feel anything about that. I don't
What
care.
about there? We'll take our dead back with us.
Yeah.
We'll have to carry one each. There's five. There's 5 dead hunters. 5 of your village dead.
Can you take this rope and take the orc?
You recognise all of them, by the way, by name. These are all people that
Well-
you know quite well.
Can you take the rope and I'll hand the rope that's binding the orc to Aleph if he accepts it.
Sure. I mean, as long as he doesn't try and...
Alice is like threatening him with like his hands.
If he
at
tries to
times.
run, just set him on fire.
I mean, Aleph is pretty messed up at the moment, health-wise. Again.
It's only so Geeton can try and help carry one of the fallen.
Well, you could take
I suppose
Okay.
Geeton could probably carry one of them at least on his shoulder and carry the rope.
Do you
in his
want
other
me to
hand.
try and heal Aleph while I'm here?
Yeah, he looks like he needs it.
How many spells have you got? You've cast a lot of spells.
Well,
I don't
annoyingly,
think
it's
you've
not.
got enough slots, right?
Because I've got 4 1-level slots and 2
You've
second-level
definitely
slots.
cast more than 6 spells this game, Charlotte. 100%. You cast at least 3
Yeah.
in the first fight, or 4 maybe.
Right, I'm stopping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do a count.
Yeah. I think
I
I've
think
got
you might have got confused when you gave yourself the long rest. I think you forgot that it's not. They're not there.
I don't know what I've done.
But there's no way you still have enough slots to heal me too. Not after healing the guy on the floor.
Yeah.
Me already. No, you didn't heal Gaten. I don't know. Probably just count it. 1,
I don't know.
2.
Right, so at 9:15 you cast Healing Word.
I think it's because the second level slots don't go missing. I think that's where I've got confused.
Yeah, to Cure Wounds.
5.
Cure Wounds.
6. Never mind. You cast exactly 6.
4.
So yeah, you don't have any more left.
5. 6. Yeah, sorry. I've just been counting them as well. Yeah, you on the nail. You've not actually cast. So technically, you need to roll another D8 because that last one would have been a second level slot.
Oh, sorry. So 1.
Well, just do 1D8. Just roll 1D8. 2. Okay. That was on Aleth, wasn't it? Aleth, you get another 2 hit points. But no, was it 11?
It
was on Bjorn,
11
wasn't
was
it?
on Bjorn.
Ah, there's nothing left.
No,
Who's taking their potion?
I haven't.
Oh, didn't work.
Harry hasn't.
One of someone took that. Harry took his potion. No, he did because he rolled 2d4 plus 2.
I took the Hill Giant strength one.
I haven't.
Okay, so you travel wearily. You all got 1 exhaustion point now. You've not had a chance to really rest up. You've travelled through the night. You're absolutely exhausted. You're not sure if you're going to make it back, but you do. You get to the cabin again. Exhausted. And you rest up there. Do you ask anything of this orc?
I think we all need to. We need to securely fasten him. Take turns in watching him, but actually all take a long rest.
Yeah. Okay. You're going to all take a long rest here. There's not enough room here for everyone to take a long rest. It took you a whole day to get here from the tower. Don't forget. Well, Jarl steps in. Let's let the most wounded rest first. So, Aleth, Bjorn, Gaten, are you still heavily wounded? I mean, you're covered in blood. It's hard to tell if you're wounded or not because your clothes are just ruined in blood. Even if it's just dried blood now.
I'm happy for someone else to rest in my place.
Okay.
Still got all my hit points. I just don't have any magic left.
I have low hit points and no magic.
So Aleth rest.
Okay, Aleth, you can take a long rest.
Woo!
Some of the other hunters take a long rest as well. You guys can take a short rest.
Does that do anything with the exhaustion?
So with a short rest, you can basically get your exhaustion back, and you can also expend 1 hit dice to get a D12 for you hit points back.
Yeah, it's whatever class you have.
I
And it's
have
plus
short
your
hit
con.
points anyway, so
Yeah,
So
so
yeah, I'll use one of them.
okay, so you can take a short rest.
will a short rest actually help me with any magic though?
Yes, you can get oh no, can you?
No, that's only me.
That's a wizard, isn't it?
No, it's the
Yeah.
warlock.
No help to me.
No, wizard can do it as well. Some of the wizard.
Oh, yeah, I think it's wizard, warlock, maybe even sorcerer can do it.
No, that's not.
I think it's the main spellcasters.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah,
Let's
short rest doesn't do anything for me.
Oh, look at that.
Jeez.
Feel right as rain. I don't know what all the fuss is about. I don't know if exhaustion goes with a short rest, does it?
I'm saying it does. For you
Take a
guys.
short rest to get rid of exhaustion, but that's fine.
Yeah, but if you then try, if you're going to try and make your way back to the tower, but don't forget, you guys need to plough on to the ice peak mountains.
Yeah. Do we let them go back on their own from here now that we're more certain they're safe?
So why are you going to the ice peak mountains, says Joel? Why has Handel sent you out? What makes you special?
Well, we are clearly more capable than the average.
Well, you certainly have magic, that's for sure. Freya, you were amazing. Alith, you were spectacular. A truly valuable addition. And Gaten, as always, a valiant fight. Paige, I thank you too. This wasn't your fight, but you came to our help and our assistance and slew many of the orcs yourself. That's okay. That's the job of an Arctic explorer. So what is it? What's happened back at home? Why are you here?
We have been sent on a mission by the goddess
Yagamama.
Yagamama herself.
What?
Well, in our time finding Heimdall in the, ancient forest, the
Religious realm.
religious place thingy-majiggy, well, we may have ran into some, spiritual guidance that has told us we have a mission, and Heimdall made certain that we went on it immediately.
However, we found out that Crash was in trouble, and from him learnt that you and Bjorn were also in trouble. So we've strayed away from our course.
We also killed a giant man.
He's over there, buried in that
Been
giant
buried.
mountain of dirt.
But yeah, you'll see the size of the grave, I guess.
A giant man?
Yes,
Yeah.
at least 9 foot tall.
Crash.
Sure,
Right.
Crash. We'll fill you in on the details.
I'll tell you all about it, Joel. We've got problems on two fronts here. The orcs are coming down from their villages, and so are these creatures that we've not even seen before. Indeed. The orcs live far from here. We haven't had any trouble with those for, well, not in my lifetime. Joel says, we'll need to interrogate this orc while we're here before we get him back, in case anything happens to him.
What is it you wish known from him?
Who here is best at extracting information from an orc?
Well, I mean, I would say I'm quite intimidating.
I've got
Or
plus 5
charming, depending on what he
intimidation,
likes.
but I've got
we all are.
persuasion, and maybe I could persuade him to
Yeah,
come
so
in.
I've got intimidation though, which is probably better for interrogating.
We could good cop, bad cop. I could persuade, and then you intimidate.
Well, I mean, if you give me enough time to have a short rest, I can. Now that I know he speaks common, I can command him to betray, meaning he'll spill the beans.
Well, you just had a full rest.
You just had
Then
long.
I walk up to him, make sure that Jarl is watching once again.
You really want to satisfy this man, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Just got to prove, because they all doubted me at the start.
They
Yeah.
did. Cast command.
I cast commands and I tell him, betray.
Oh dear.
Wisdom save of 14.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Hmm.
Betray. And then I say,
I'll
Tell
tell
me-
you everything. Everything you need to know.
well, anyone got any questions?
Impressive, Aleph, says Joel. Tell me, orc, what's your name? My name is Grumash. Grumash, hi. Why are you attacking us? We're being pushed south by the giants. We have no choice to survive. We must conquer new lands, find new places for our families. And as orcs, we take what we need. It is our way. So we travel.
Surely if the giants are going to travel down farther, would it not be worth us? I know it seems strange and against what we would normally do, but teaming up with the orcs. Fighting side by side against the giants.
That is not the orc way. We stand alone. Every time we've stood side by side with humans in the past, we've always been betrayed. So no, that would never happen. We are enemies. But if you let me go and let me return, I will make sure we will leave your village in peace. And we will travel further to the east.
There's many villages, and we are all friends.
But we have to have somewhere to eat and live.
So what right
would
give you?
do that in return for defences?
Oh, well, I can promise, and he's saying this under your command, by the way, so he's telling the truth. All I can do is tell them to keep away from your area. We will do what we can to coexist. But if you encroach upon us, we will attack. It is our way.
Joel?
What else do you want to know? What is it with these giants? It's the Ice Nation. Something's happened. They've always attacked us, but their attacks are always infrequent. They just take what they need normally, and we survive and we grow. We fight back, of course, but what are we against giants of the north? The frost giants of the Ice Nation are unbeatable in combat, so we survive. But recently, they've expanded far faster than we've ever known. Whole villages of orcs have been destroyed. Even the Goliaths to the east are being slaughtered by these giants. We must move south. We must survive.
Goliaths. Are these the giant men that we came across?
Yes. They're like you, but much bigger and more impressive.
Oh. Well, thank you.
Well, this might be to do with the Yagamama mission. If things are being put out of balance, it might be pushing more.
Yagamama? What is this Yagamama?
It is the god that we worship. Nothing much.
There's no god, Yagamama. To be honest, nothing's been the same since our old god died and Sonny took over. In my prayers, I can hear his voice, and yet I do not feel his protection. We are being slaughtered. Where are the new gods now? But I still worship them, for it is the only path to power that I have left to me. Will you let me go now? I have told you all I know.
Well, I don't see why we wouldn't. He seems like an honourable orc.
I promise you, I swear to you, use whatever magics you have.
I already have. You've told us all we need to know. As long as you do not hurt our friends or families, you are free.
I shall go.
But if you ever hurt anyone that we care about, we will take you down and take down everyone that you care about.
I have told you. We will try to avoid you as best we can. We will keep away. But I cannot speak for all villages, only my own. So all I can say is be wary. Orcs like a good fight. To die under an orc blade is honourable. To die under your blade, if fought fairly, is honourable too. An orc would rather die a fight than to starve to death.
And what about being killed by fire? Is that honourable?
Anything is more honourable than starving to death, my friend.
Understandable.
Right, I think that Crash and his father and Jarl, if you head towards the watchtower. I know that Bergier really needs some rest. Could do with some help up there, and we will travel towards the Yagamama
Bergier.
mission.
Yes, my lord. Crash turns to Jarl. I must confess, I abandoned my post to save my father. I must face whatever punishment that you put upon me. But in these extreme times, it is challenging for all of us to know what to do and what is right. I will deal with you later, Crash. You are right, you should not have abandoned the post. And your father would tell you the same. Bjorn's like, still feeling sorry for himself, trying to sleep. Sleeping like a bear. They rest up, and they start heading off. Jarl turns to you. Hold your hands, Freya. Be safe. It is clear to me that you have power that I had not imagined, and your friends are indeed a strange and unearthly bunch, but it feels to me that your coming, and your coming together, is timely. Maybe it is destiny that the three of you have come together. Maybe. Thank you. Jarl
You
turns.
need to stay safe too. May the strength of Yagamama be with you.
And Yagamama will be with you all. He turns, nods to Gaten, shakes your hand. Alith, Jarl turns to you, shakes your hand. I'm impressed with all of you. And Paige turns and shakes Paige's hand as well. Thank you. Thank you to the Arctic Explorers for your help. We're always here to help! Goodbye! The party leave. The two remaining hunters, Bjorn, Jarl, and Crash, make their way back south. Each of them carrying one of the bodies of the fallen hunters. 5 dead villagers to be mourned and to be buried and to be remembered. You spend the rest of the time here. You're able to all get your rest now. There's no pressing need. So you night falls. Oh wait. I just realised all the noises are still going. Battle's over, battle's over. Calm down, guys. Calm down.
We send Paige out for wood now. Or do we need to wait till morning? Because we need to restock and put food in before
Yes,
we leave.
now. Now we can go hunting for the wood and the food and replenish this hut so that next time others may be saved. Why is it?
It's all black at the moment. Oh, you've hidden it.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not.
You're welcome. Close it up.
It's now night time. You rest up. The night is calm and quiet, and the next day you arise to a fresh morning, and you start making your way back towards the ice peak again. Okay.
We get a long rest.
Yeah. So you travel once again. Well, and this time you travel there far more peacefully. When you get to the ice peak, you can see many paths leading up the mountain. What do you do? There's at least 3 paths from where you stand.
Paige with us.
Yes.
Does she?
Where are we going then, little explorer?
Do you know which?
I don't
which
know.
path is best for us?
Well, we've tried all the paths. They've not led anywhere. That was the whole point of the mirror.
Oh right, the mirror. Yes. I
Well,
had the mirror.
should we roll a dice?
No, we use the mirror.
Okay, you look. You turn to face away from the mountain. You hold the mirror up, and you can see the 3 paths. But the middle path has like a glowing, purplish light that makes its way up the hillside before it becomes steeper and steeper into the mountain. You can see it glowing.
Nice.
What does it show
Well,
you,
let's get
Gaten?
through it.
It's I don't know, magic. I guess I won't pretend to understand it, but the middle one
Okay.
certainly.
Everyone make athletics checks.
Ah, my favourite check. No, that's actually right.
You're all okay. Okay, up until this point, so you travel for the. You travel.
Alice is the most athletic right now.
You travel for the whole day, and eventually you get to a plateau. Way up. I mean, you look down, you can see far into the distance. You can see the watchtowers. You can see Lake Eru in the far distance. You can see all the way, in fact, as far down as the Great Lakes. It's until the sort of haze of distance obscures any more details. This seems to be the end of the road. There is no other way to go. You can see there's a small cave entrance off to the left. In there you can see the embers, the dead, but Freya puts a hand over him and said, "Someone was here not 3 days past." So some of the hunters at least have tried to come up here. However, it's a dead end.
Try the mirror again.
Okay, you hold the mirror up and look around, and you can see that inside that cave, there's like a hidden archway right at the back that glows blue.
We do need to get to the heart of the mountain, so it's more likely to be in it.
Yeah. Can I try and
Throw a rock or something.
see where it? If I turn around, holding the mirror up still, and try and touch the wall. Where
Okay,
this archway is.
okay. If you're holding the mirror in your hand, and then you step through, you find yourself basically absorbing into the rock, and you go through, and you can see yourself in a long tunnel. You look back, and you can see the others looking around. As far as you're concerned, Gaten's just disappeared into a solid wall.
I go and just kind of push my hand against the rock.
Solid
If
rock.
we were
solid
holding his
rock.
hand, would we have gone through with him?
You don't know because that's not what you did.
I kind of wave at him. Come back.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as I see that, and then can I see what they're trying to do and they can't get
Yeah.
through?
So Paige has gone over to the edge of the mountain and is just basically sitting with her legs dangling over the edge, just looking out. Isn't it great? It's so pretty up here. Yes, Gaten. It's very weird to look at. You see the mirror. You see the mirror, and then Gaten's face just like appear from the rock.
This is weird magic. Yeah, you try. And I'm just going to pass it over to whoever takes it first out of them two.
Are you still in the rock?
Yeah, you don't
No,
want to hand it.
I'll
don't
come
hand
out
it
the
over
rock
till you
first.
come
All
out.
right, okay.
Otherwise you'll be trapped inside.
Take 50,000 damage as your body crushes. You step out, hand the mirror to somebody else. Again, you can also see, if you look at it backwards through the reflection, you can see there's like a blue archway hiding an entrance. And if you step through it, you also go through into the tunnel.
Come on, children. Everyone hold my hand. Wait, actually, let me make a roll to see if I actually figure that out.
Intelligence roll.
What would that be?
Intelligence check.
Right.
It's save.
Oh.
I don't, it works.
Yes. I am
Well,
small.
do you want me to see if I could come up with the idea? Because seeing as I did it on the...
I start pushing the mirror against the rock.
Maybe if I headbutt it.
How do you do the intelligence check?
Save. So exclamation mark S and then intelligence.
Don't think I'm very good at this either.
Shouldn't she say?
I'll give it a go. But
We're all dumb as fuck.
Mirror!
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Gaten's finally come up with the idea, thank you.
maybe we should all hold the mirror, or each other's hands, or both.
All hold
Maybe we
hands.
all hold the
Worked.
mirror.
You,
How about
Freya and
Whoever has
Aleph, you
contact
both
the
really
mirror.
wish you thought of that. But yeah, Gaten came up with it. You feel a bit embarrassed. You all hold hands, and indeed, when
Wait,
you're...
we need Paige. We need
Yeah,
Paige.
yeah, I'm including Paige in that.
Oh, thank goodness. I didn't want to leave her just dangling up here on the rock.
turns around, well gone.
Guys? And we're now automatically lost.
Yeah. And you make your way into the tunnel. You can see a long, pitch black tunnel descending into the mountain. And we'll finish the adventure there. Because it's nearly midnight.
Nice.
Right, okay. Everybody get 900 experience points.
You're not letting us level up, bruh.
How do I do that again?
So if you go to...
You can actually just click on manage levels.
Add... Is it XP value?
Oh, 200
Yeah,
needed.
yeah, type XP value and then type 900 and then click apply.
There you go. Well, I didn't do the last round, so...
With 200 off, can you just like
I'm not, though, because I'm
squeeze it up
behind you guys.
1,100?
No.
I'm 800 off, due to the fact that I didn't play last time.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
But you get the killing blows for the next few rounds, and we'll back out so that we're out of XP range.
We'll give you a potion of XP, don't worry.
Thanks.
So have you all put your XP in?
Yeah.
Yep,
I'm 200 off.
I've not
Yep.
updated it.
200 off.
Have you updated it? 'Cause
Yeah.
it still says 1600 XP.
I've updated it now on Discord.
Yeah, I just updated mine on Discord.
Oh yeah, I see.
I look forward to using my vicious mockery next time.
Okay, I tell you what. Actually, because I thought that was going to get you to 4th level, I am going to give you the 200 experience points because you're going to need it.
I'm not going to get to 4th level, though.
No, you're not because you missed the
Can I
section.
have 800?
No, you can have 200.
Ugh.
You can have 200 as well, Gaten.
I'm pretty sure I only get an
600
ability score improvement and that's it, but
Or a feat.
I only planned on you spending 2 sessions on level 3, so...
yeah, I click on feet and it says choose feet and I click on it and it just literally just says choose feet. I have no feats.
Oh,
Do you have to buy feats?
no. If you want to use them on the thing, but I can
You can't.
make.
A hero doesn't give you access to fuck all. Just gets rid of all the adverts, which I've not even seen an advert.
I only have it on the hero one because it lets you have unlimited characters. Otherwise, you're limited to 6, and I already have something like 11 on there.
Oh, bloody hell.
But I don't think it's much different. I don't know what the other one is.
Right, so you're level 4 now, so you need to roll your hit points.
Oh yes. Fingers crossed. 5.
Right, Aleph, are you going to roll your
Yeah,
hit
yeah.
points?
It's 1d8, right? 1d8 plus 0. Woo. Yeah, 3. Lucky me.
I need to cure wounds then before we leave.
What?
If we've had a long rest before now, my spell's back.
Yeah, you've all had a long rest since you... I mean, it's taken you 4, 5... It took you the rest of the day, so you actually need to rest up. So what it might be worth you do is going back to the cave entrance, because it took you nearly a day to get up here. It's now getting quite late. Because your whole day has basically been spent travelling from the cabin to the foot of the mountains, and from the foot of mountains to this.
Well, before we
precipice.
rest up, does anyone need healing? Because I'm assuming Aleth is still low on
No, you get full HP when you long rest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what am I meant to do if I want to pick a feat instead of ability score?
Assuming the tunnel is more sheltered than outside of the cave, is it not better to?
It was. I mean, it could potentially be dangerous. I mean, the cave itself is very sheltered.
Oh. Well, at least we know how to get back into it, so we can always.
Okay.
I've done my hit points. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a feat or an ability increase. I think I will do ability.
Gonna leave and go to the cave
Who am I kidding? I'm
to
just gonna...
just rest up and then we'll go through next game.
So
Just stay safe.
yeah. So you're level 3 now. So your proficiency bonus. Oh, it's still +2. Must be next level.
Yeah, I've not leveled up yet.
Rage. Okay. What else do you get at 3rd level?
3rd level, you get your Bard School.
No, I was thinking about you, Gaten.
3rd or 4th level.
3rd level. You just gone to 3rd level, haven't you?
He's 4th
No.
now.
Me and Harry are at 4th.
I'm on
Oh,
3rd.
I've not
They're on
refreshed you.
4th.
I just get either ability increase or a feat.
Yeah, that's literally what I get to an ability score increase or a feat.
Yeah, I've just upped my constitution for maximum hit pointage.
You might have to do the stats then, Harry. It's whatever you can give for free. I'm refusing to pay the money they're charging.
So if we go to the cave, then are we finished?
Yes, we are finished. I was just looking for the characters. So you got.
I'm gonna go now then and head off to bed.
Yes. All right then. Good night.
Bye, night night.
Night.
What does the master one cost?
It's the master one is like $4.99 and $5.99 a month, but it doesn't give you anything. You still then gotta buy all the books and stuff.
Yeah, I have a lot of them. It's more for the sharing of them.
Oh, do you?
Mhm.
You've already bought some of the books on the store.
Yeah, through the time I've had it, I have about 90% of stuff that is used for character creation, because you can go in and you can buy like just one feat from the book and stuff.
Yeah. There's literally no feats that are actually decent for casters that I would need.
Warcaster might be good.
Warcaster's terrible. Basically, the only thing it really gives me, because I don't have any concentration spells, so they're useless. We don't have components, so that's useless.